Oh my goodness gracious. Sorry about that. Whoops, that's not. Sorry, you guys. I was honestly, I'll tell you exactly what happened. I came up so my computer, okay, for some reason, when it's running too many programs, it gets overloaded and it starts sticking. That's the only way that I can describe. It's actually the way that Chat GPT described it when I had to use it to troubleshoot it. It's like it gets overloaded if I'm using like, especially Google Chrome because I have all these tabs from, doing what I do here, which is I always have a million tabs open. And if it starts sticking, trust me, it's best for everybody if I restart because it does not stop. And you guys would just be sitting there while I'm trying to move tabs. And I would, anyway, I apologize. That was my fault. I got caught up watching this video of, oh my goodness, Grace, Shauna, thank you very much. Hey, y'all, hit that like button, mods. I'll be back as soon as I can. I'm in teacher mode at the moment. Listen, teachers are the most important members of our society. That's why, that's why we make sure we put our kids in good schools, etc. Thank you very much, Shauna. Very generous. Okay, so I was watching this. I was watching this because that. Oh my gosh. So this guy on the right, Clarence, he put out like a challenge because to Henry Gracie's Gracie University, which is it's a program where people can, if they don't have a jiu-jitsu academy that's near where they live, it's an online academy where you can, go through the courses and then you get belt advanced through Zoom, I believe, or you kind of you send in your training footage and then they evaluate it and decide whether or not you rank up or not. And this guy, I think it's common sense. That's awesome. I feel like there's a million people that live in areas that they can't get to an academy. So the system's awesome. So that this guy, Claire, the other guy who was in this clip he's on Bottom. He made a video where he was like, I think that the Gracie Academy purple belts are garbage. Come prove me wrong, bro. Prove me wrong. The purple belts are garbage. And so Henry Gracie sent him a purple belt, and the guy who is whipping this guy's fucking ass is that purple belt. But in fairness, if you know anything about jiu-jitsu, this was a foregone conclusion because Henry, of course, is going to send him his most a super vicious purple belt, and anyway, so it's not. It's not a direct one-to-one just because I think, I don't want to speak for the guy who's getting strangled, but I think the implication he was making is that if people are learning from home, they can't be very good. And the guy that he sent started at there and then quit his job and does and works at the physical local gym and does nothing but jiu-jitsu. Those guys are fucking unreal. Those guys are always unreal. They dedicated their entire life to jiu-jitsu. Literally, they're like the equivalent of these guys that moved to Hawaii and big wave surf their entire life, and all they do is surf, except these guys do jiu-jitsu, and all of them are exceptional. We have a lot of them at the Flow Institute / Six Blades, and all very cool dudes that have 900 ways to strangle you to death. Camp, thank you very much. Oh, wait, sorry. Did you see Andrew Wilson said he could shoot better than VFT, Marsoc, and the SEAL guy? Did he really say that? He says that in this stream that we're about to review. Oh, but yeah, by the way, guys, sorry that I talked about jiu-jitsu for 5 minutes because anyway, it was top of mind because I was watching it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to review this episode that happened last night where Heavy Duty Country and Andrew Wilson were brought on to Valhalla's stream. I have not watched 1 second of this stream. Not 1 second. I promise you on my children's lives. Well, maybe 1 second as I was queuing it up, but I have not watched 10 consecutive seconds of it at all. I've not watched any of it on everything that I love. So this is going to be completely fresh, me reviewing it. I saw that on X, there's a bunch of people that are all, oh my God, Heavy Duty Country got dominated, dude. He got mogged, bro. So we'll see. You know, we'll see. In advance, you know, the thing about it is like, I know Dan would, I think in all seriousness, if you challenged him to, with his hands, go underneath Andrew Wilson's like jawbone right here while he is strapped to a chair, I think Dan might be able to actually, for real, pull his head off of his neck, for real, physically. Like, I think that if you strapped him to a chair like this to where his body was stuck, I think Dan actually might be able to remove his head off of his neck. So, you know, if you win a conversation when you guys are not in the same place, I realize this is a very Neanderthal way of thinking about it, but like, I am who I am. You know what I mean? But this is ridiculous if he really said this about the, okay. Because like, how would he know how good how would he know how good Valhalla, Marsoc, or the SEAL guy shoot? And by the way, I mean, not that this is probably going to matter to anybody, but like, if you ever interact with, like, if you ever end up buddies with a Navy SEAL, they won't say it to you if they're being polite, but they fucking hate when you spell SEAL in lowercase letters. I learned this because they started telling me, they're like, just capitalize it, dude, because it's an acronym. But yeah, I mean, that's just a dumb statement. Okay, I'm not saying that Andrew Wilson's a shit shot. He might be an incredible marksman because I've never seen him shoot. So how the fuck would I know if he can shoot well? Which is the same exact argument I would make towards his dumbass statement if you really said that. But again, I haven't seen him say it, so we'll see. We shall see. All right, so we're going to jump right into it right now. Let's go. Wait, Nate flat out said, I'm not taking that bet because he didn't know if Andrew could shoot. Andrew said 1,400 meters. Again, that just sounds like logic. He doesn't know. But at the same time, what is Andrew known for sure to be excellent at? He's known for sure to be excellent at debating people online. And if you are familiar with how these guys do that, a major component of that strategy is to say things confidently and, you know, be pretty good at knowing what the opponent will not know or be able to verify. And a lot of times they'll be able to get away with stuff like saying things that very confidently that are, they have no idea whether they're true. I found that out when I opened my debate career with a conversation with Destiny, who's supposedly like the fucking debate king of the universe or whatever. I didn't even realize I was in a debate. But when we got to talking about the jab and the pandemic and all that, he started just like super confident being like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? That's just fundamentally not accurate at all. Like this will take 2 seconds, you know? It's like a tactic. So again, that doesn't necessarily mean that Andrew Wilson knows how to shoot or doesn't, you know? Dan for the win all day. All right, we're gonna get into it right now, dude. I was gonna cap, but I used swipe on. Oh, dude, no. Listen, I was not in any way breaking your balls. I don't care at all. I'm not a Navy SEAL. I was never a Navy SEAL. I wasn't even in the military. I was just saying I was like, they like told me that, and then like in tech, then I like forgot. And then so I just noticed it because I felt really stupid because I continually did it. And then they told me, and like by the third time I was like, Jesus, what is wrong with me? Why can't I fucking remember that? That's the only reason I even noticed it. You don't need to apologize to me at all. Okay, so let's jump into this thing right now. Okay. So I queued it up to, this is literally right where all of them got on. I just dragged it here, bam. And then this is where all of them are on. I have not seen a second of this. But again, if you are a person who cares about, like, you know, if you're framing this as like a, you know, hey, this is, you know, it's where it's like, hey, debate me, bro. Like, you know, like this is, what the fuck? God damn it. Why is it doing this? Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Okay. I'm going to fix this real quick. Hang on. Sorry about that. I have the, I have the lens on a very shallow depth of field because it looks cool, but sometimes that happens. All right. So again, like I was saying, depending on how you look at the idea that this is like some kind of test of manhood or whatever, where it's like, debate me, bro. I'm not in the camp of like, whoa, slick debate skills, dude. Whoa. Look at that, bro. You put a timer on that person and they freaked out, Ooh, matter of fact, this is how seriously I take competitive talking, probably because it comes incredibly easy to me. And I don't think it's possible for me to lose a debate. Actually, I don't think that's possible because I don't care enough. It's not going to rattle me because I don't fucking care. I don't care if I lose this conversation. So like, oh my God, am I under a timer? Oh, fuck. Oh my God. I think I know. So you don't even know. No, I guess I don't know. Jeez. Well, whatever. Maybe we'll see how mean Andrew is, and then maybe I'll give him a title shot. All right. That's enough time to get everybody on. Let's rock.
I'm going to send me
what you sent off before you told your entire audience that you got service records back that said I was never in the Army.
I didn't say I got
you
service
did.
records
I have
back.
the clip.
I said I got no records back.
Okay, great. Show me what you sent.
Hey, can you calm down?
100%. That is exactly what Nate said. He said because I talked to him offline about this also. He said, unless he's under a different name, because I searched him up and there was nobody. That's exactly what he said. 100% sure. I saw the clip and talked to him.
Andy, just relax. Take a breath.
Let this guy
take a breath.
Can he provide the proof?
Request through Army HRC, which
show it to me.
No, I'm not going to show it to you.
What do you mean you're not going to show it to me? You didn't lie, did you?
I'm not going to. No.
Andy, did you get my 20 grand yet?
Show it.
Did you get my 20 grand yet?
Yeah, whatever. Show it.
Come on, dude. I'm right down the road from you. Let's debate.
Show it.
First of all,
that's what I thought.
Nate can't just show it because he doesn't want you to see who he gets it from. Are you guys like, okay, anybody who doesn't know Nate's history here on YouTube, okay, he did he's pulled, I don't want to talk, like I actually am like have an association with one of the guys. Actually, both of the guys are actually associated with my jiu-jitsu academy. I don't want to get into it, but whatever. Either way, like he did extensive military exposés on these two guys, and he got their full records, like all of it. And it came from on high. He's not going to tell you. He's not going to just go, oh, here you go. Here's my source, dude. Because I burned my sources because Andrew Wilson asked for it.
Hold on.
Oh my God,
Come on,
Andrew!
man,
I just
no
want to know, Andrew, are you
No
in
words?
Texas? Are you in Texas, Andrew?
I'm just waiting for the evidence here.
Is he?
No,
in
no. I
Texas?
just was wondering. I don't even know who you are, bro. So I'm just a spectator in this comedy show.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Jake. My name is Andrew. Pleasure.
What's up, Andrew? How you doing? I'm Ben.
Good to meet you too, Ben.
What's up, guys? I'm Dan.
Hey, what's up, Dan?
Jake, I think I met you at Jared's house, right?
Yeah, you did. You did.
Yeah.
I was a little midget.
Good to see you
I'm a little
again.
midget dude. Hey, man.
No, you're not.
Everybody's a midget compared to fucking heavy duty country, for the record.
What's up, Dan? How you doing, man?
All right. Good. How are you, Ben?
Good, brother. Andrew, I do like the style though, smoking the cigarettes.
I'm a big fan of the aesthetic. I am. It's true. I'm a very, very happy guy when
All
it
right.
comes to
So
aesthetic.
what I'm not
Do
going to
you
have
at
to blank
least smoke
this out.
reds?
All right, hold on. Time out. I'm going to blank this out because I'm not going to show you the specific person at Army HRC.
I told you, dude. I knew it.
This too. So let me just do a snipping tool of my emails.
Okay.
Let's see. I don't want to show all my actual emails.
By the way,
show you.
I promise you guys, I don't know if you guys have seen this yet. I'm not just gonna like sit here and watch it. Like I'll have lots of things to say, but you know, right now we're all just in a waiting game.
Woman,
Sure.
can you bring me a shot? I'd appreciate it.
But sure, I'll do this.
I think when you're in good company like Ben and Jake, who seem like nice fellas, that you should always open with a shot and a smoke. Don't you think, Ben?
Hey,
I don't
Andrew,
drink.
I'm
I don't
Oh.
drink,
I'm
Andrew,
just-
just so you know.
All
Andrew,
right,
I'm just curious.
so-
Somebody told me that you were talking about suing us at the beginning of your stream. Is that right?
Yeah,
Hold
let's
on,
wait for the
I'm gonna
proof, and then I'll
close-
answer all
yeah,
your
I'm gonna
questions. I
close
promise.
this out real quick.
Wait,
Oh, okay. I didn't know this, but I would assume he probably, if he said that, was talking about suing if someone made a statement of fact that he was in fact not in the military. If he in fact was in the military, which actually he probably would have a pretty good case if someone had made a statement of fact, which Nate did not, because Nate specifically said, unless he blah, 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 1% of uncertainty, there's no case there.
wait, don't sue me. I don't have a job, Andrew.
Not
I'm
bro.
broke.
He's not
Oh,
suing anybody.
You
dude.
guys seem nice as pie. I have no issues with either.
Oh,
on,
okay.
how do
I don't want to
how
get
do
no
I black
lawsuits.
this
I don't have
out?
lawsuit money right now. I'm trying to buy a company. Okay. I don't want no
Attaboy.
drama.
Well,
I'm
good
not trying
luck.
to get in this.
Well, good
for no
luck to you,
drama.
man. It's it's a bad business environment at the moment, but I think it's going to
All
get
right,
better.
hold on. So, sure. And
Sure.
again, I'm not going to show you who this email's to,
Yeah, I understand.
but I will show you the email that I sent.
Great.
Would you like
This
to see
might
that?
be the best. This might be the best
Sure.
live ever, Nate.
This is pretty good.
This is like the best
Let me
live
see.
ever.
Dude, let me
This
see. And this is
on my
we got another hour and 10 minutes. Let's go.
snipping tool here. Okay, here we go.
Share the facts. Share the facts. Share the facts.
Jake, are y'all coming out to Texas soon?
I'm in Texas. I live
So
in San
here you
Antonio.
go.
Oh,
Again,
that's right.
as you can
That's
see
right.
from my Gmail box here on August 10th, I believe.
Uh-huh.
Not going to show you here. Army records request.
Yeah, but what
The names in
was the
there.
information that you put in for the request is what I'm asking.
You can see it right there as I'm showing you. I'm not going to show you the entire
I
email
actually
with actual information.
hang on.
in there.
Bring it back up, please. Please.
Okay.
This is totally reasonable for Andrew to ask for, by the way.
I'm trying to read it too, Nate. Okay, there it
Bill,
is.
this is Nate from Media Channel Valhalla. I'm reaching out to ask for records request on Andrew Wilson, born January 19th. So you got my birth date wrong immediately.
Okay. Well, there you go. And I said that was a possibility.
Yeah,
in my
because
video, Andrew.
why should we trust the investigatory skills of somebody who, even though
Yeah,
I've publicly,
Andrew.
hang on,
Before this starts, let's see if Andrew okay, and I'm just thinking out loud, but like I said, I don't know where this is going. Let's see if Andrew actually makes a claim that he was in fact in the military, or if he only attacks the fact that Nate didn't have his birthday right, because that's the kind of like tactic that these guys would do.
Hang on,
Andrew,
hang on,
did
hang on.
I
Let me
say that-
ask-
Did I say that was a
let me
possibility in my
ask.
video?
Let me
Yes,
ask,
he did.
and then you
Hey,
can-
Ben, do you wanna
came on
moderate
here
this
saying I'm a liar
conversation?
and I never
You
put
are-
the records
you are.
request in,
Hang on, let's
Andrew.
have
What
a
else?
moderator.
Back
Hang on,
pivot.
What
hang on.
else?
Wait,
Yeah,
Nate.
what
hang
else
on.
did
I'm
you
going to be the
request?
moderator. I'll be the
Yeah, somebody
moderator.
be a mod.
I appreciate
Somebody
I'll
be
be
a
the
mod.
moderator.
I
Hang
appreciate
on.
that.
Go
About
ahead,
Nate,
Andrew.
Nate,
What have I
can you
lied about?
show? Can you
Hang
show
on. Wait,
the?
Nate.
Can you
Wait.
show the rest of the record request besides just the birthday? What other information you gave,
Can you just tell him, Nate?
please?
Just tell him what. Just tell him what. What are the?
Yeah, what was the
did you have?
information that you gave?
What else did you have in there?
Hold on.
Andrew, you
Well,
got to give a
also-
shout out.
You already accused me of lying about putting.
I
in
know,
a
Nate.
records
Nate, hang on.
request.
We are
you're
we're
already-
past
Well,
accurate.
what's your birthday then, guy?
You're
Don't
already,
worry about
you're
that.
already on the
Don't
back
worry
foot
about that.
there, which I just.
Nate,
Can I
we're
ask
doing
a
a good job.
question?
Nate,
Well, hang on.
Can
Just
I ask
let
a
him.
question?
Hang on. We can get to all your questions. Can you just
hang
go
on.
through and
Hang
tell
on,
me
hang
what
on,
you
heavy
actually
country.
sent?
Yes,
Andrew, you gotta give a shout
I
out.
will. And
Wait,
Andrew,
wait,
like I said, stop.
wait.
Everybody stop.
Valhalla.
This
Why
is
are
we
a
yelling?
clusterfuck, dude.
You
I
just
said
asked.
in
Go
the
ahead.
video,
Tell him what other
there are
information is
multiple possibilities because this. I said
Mm-hmm.
your name may be different. It may be a different birthday that we have wrong. I said those things. And
But
that's
you
why I
also said in the
encouraged you
video.
to produce your DD-214.
But do you
because I
realize-
didn't get any records back?
Yeah.
So Andrew,
What
all
did you send?
proved Is that
Can you tell me
everything I
what you
said-
sent?
Yes, I will. I'll tell you right
Please
now.
do.
Yes.
Andrew,
you,
your
you
chat.
obviously believe that I sent it. You want me? Can I just read it so I don't have to?
Yeah,
Yes,
just read
please.
it. Just read it. Just read it,
Please.
Nate. Just read
All
it.
right, so it said, I'm reaching out to ask for a records request on Andrew Wilson, born in January 1984. Andrew is a prominent media figure. Who was
No.
recently
That's
he
not what
served
it
for-
said. It didn't say January 1984. It said what? January 19th,
Yeah.
correct?
No,
No,
it was cut off.
It was cut off.
I didn't
It was
show the
cut
whole
off.
email. Do you
Yeah,
want to
okay.
see that? Do you want to
He's
see
right.
it?
Andrew, he
He's
just
right
said
what he
that.
said.
He
Yeah.
said that. He said that. Go
Okay,
ahead.
just want to
Go
make
ahead,
sure.
Nate.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Nate.
you're good. You're
Nate
good.
has the conch.
I'm moderating.
Okay.
I'm moderating.
Hold on, I knocked it.
Andrew, your chat came in with all these super chats, and they really went
Hey,
up
thank
for
you for all
And I mean, Jesus, if you're like, no offense to his parents, but like, if your last name's Wilson, Andrew, I guess that's like smart if you want to be completely anonymous and impossible to track, which maybe it's not even his real name. You know what I mean?
the money you sent us, Andrew.
All
It
right,
was
so
fire.
Yeah.
Andrew, again, this is what I said. I'm reaching out to ask for records requests on Andrew Wilson, born January 1984, because they didn't have your actual birth date, right? But they can find these things typically, but we don't know for sure. Andrew is a prominent media figure who recently claimed he served for about a year in the Army. We are looking to confirm if this is true or not. Any help with this would be greatly appreciated. I can try to provide more information if needed, as this is a common name. You've helped me with previous records requests in the past, and I'm hoping that you can help me I hope you can help me with this. Thanks for any help you can provide. So
what about
And then I'm sure he provided like a link to Andrew's profile so that they could see who he was, which is plenty of like due diligence on Nate's part to try to find the real record. And if a person who has found the records previously comes back and they're all, I can't find any record of this guy, honestly, given that, he probably actually has no case on Nate, because Nate for sure believed he was telling the truth, even if he just was like, this guy wasn't even in the military, because if he believed it, then there's no defamation case. So the lawsuit's dead either way.
January 19th? Where does that come in?
No,
that's
this is a
just-
cutoff.
no,
It was
it's just-
cut off.
It's just cutting
Yeah.
off the
Cut
email I
off.
just read you.
Oh, it was cut off 1984.
I
He
see.
didn't
Yeah.
even have your
Yeah, it was just
birthday.
cut off.
That's
okay.
exactly what's in it. So
Yeah.
again,
Can you
Andrew,
forward the email to me?
No, he said he
I'm
wouldn't
not going
do
to forward
that.
the email
He
to you
said
with the
that-
people
hang on.
in it.
Yeah, but
now, 'cause
so
those
how
are
do
my
I actually
sources.
know that you're not omitting
No,
information?
we're not, because I just showed
Andrew,
you the. I
Andrew,
just
you
showed
just
you
showed
that
it
I
to
sent
you.
the email.
Well,
on
no,
the
he
day.
didn't
We're not-
actually.
Andrew, you came
Hang on,
in
I'm
here
trying to be
calling me a
reasonable.
liar, saying
Hang
that
on,
I
wait a
never put
minute.
in a
Wait,
records
Nate, wait a
request.
minute.
If the purpose of this whole thing was Andrew came on and called Nate a liar, he already lost. Like, obviously, he just showed enough to prove that this happened. He's just protecting his source.
No, and
I
I'm
showed
trying
you
to
the
be.
records
Wait a minute.
request.
I'm trying
I
to be
do it
reasonable.
in my video.
Again, though, that doesn't mean that Andrew was not in the military based on this, obviously.
Wait
In
a
my
minute.
Yeah,
video,
now
I
Andrew's
even
reasonable.
Just gonna
I
Now he
even
filibuster.
is.
said,
You're just
Andrew,
filibustering, bro.
Andrew,
Just
did
gonna
I not say,
filibuster?
stop. In my
Hang on.
video, did I not
Filibustering.
say there are multiple possible reasons I got no records?
Yeah, but
Did
you
I not
inferred.
say
You
that it not
inferred.
having your
yeah.
birth date was
Uh-huh.
one of them, and I encourage you to then put out your DD-214.
Yeah, but
to
isn't it the
confirm
case?
So,
yeah.
no.
it's-
So I'm pretty
okay.
sure exactly
Filibuster.
everything that
Filibuster.
happened has happened now. So why are you calling me a liar?
Because and I'll
Okay, so
explain.
hang on, wait a minute.
Andy,
Let's not
again,
call everybody liars.
filibustering.
Let me
Filibustering.
say
Wait a
something
minute.
for God's
Filibustering.
sake.
I mean, did Andrew know that this was the panel that he was joining? Because I will at least give him a nod of respect on that, because obviously it's like, here's Nate, two of his military buddies, and fucking heavy duty country that I'm sure that Andrew is as confident that he would win in a debate against heavy duty country as I am confident that heavy duty country you could literally chloroform him and then inject him with 7 shots of fentanyl. And before he overdosed and died, he would still be able to kill Andrew with his bare hands within 6 seconds. You know what I mean? So it's like, it should be an intimidating group. So I'll give him at least some props there. Bro, love the Guns N' Roses. I have the exact one. Let's go, dude. That's because we come from an era where music was awesome or something. I don't know. I was a kid, but Guns N' Roses is dope. Have Valhalla ask Don Shipley to look into Wilson. Oh, I'm sure that will happen. Him and Shipley are boys, I think. Heavy Duty Country's out of his league here. You better not debate him. He'll get destroyed. This guy's way above his level, and I'm a Valhalla fan. I do not like Andrew. I mean, I don't think that there's a conversation about in or out of league, because Dan is a person who has real conversations direct about the things that he thinks and means, where Andrew is using debate tactics to kind of navigate people. He's trying to trick you and trap you, right? Like, the thing I love about Dan, the reason I like him so much is because he's one of these guys that doesn't like a lot of people, but he will always tell you what he actually thinks. That guy doesn't have a fucking, like, not one shred, 1% of that guy is even capable of playing make-believe that he thinks this or feels this or whatever when he actually thinks or feels something else. I love that about people. That's why I always get along with people from Eastern Europe. That's not a joke either. I like people from Eastern Europe and me always jive because people from Eastern Europe are like, they like just met you and they're like, I don't like this shirt on you. I like the outfit you were wearing better last time you were here. I fucking love that, dude. But yeah, so like it out of his league. Like what I'm saying is I don't think Dan even respects the league that you're referencing because you're talking about people being able to quickly kind of like, you know, navigate. And that doesn't, and if Dan stays calm, he still wins. The only way you lose a fucking debate is if you get rattled. You know what I mean? Anywho, let's continue.
Damn.
Just always filibustering. No one can talk
There's no
except you.
filibustering.
Let me just say, can I just say something?
Well, I don't even
Thank
know
you.
why you're here. It has nothing to do with you.
He sent you the text so that you could come
Yeah, you got
on.
it.
What are you doing?
Okay, that's example number one. Of something Andrew said that if they were in the same room, he would never say under any circumstances, no matter what. And I realize there's a lot of people who don't care about that. You know, where like if I bring something like that up, people will go, well, so what? They're not in person, so he's saying what he wants. Culturally, we are different. Okay. I don't have any respect for people who say shit in comment sections or into microphones or to someone through a screen that they wouldn't stand on if they were standing in front of somebody. Okay. I just don't. They're like, I'm talking tone of voice, talking what they say, any of that stuff. I don't respect it only because, and listen, like Andrew, he like when Wes Watson was fucking blah, blah, blah on the stage, he stood his ground for sure. But in this environment, a little room with, he's not saying that. He will not talk to him like that. I fucking guarantee it.
What does that even have to do with
You
him
really
being
struggle
here?
with thinking, dude. I just sent you
You're
the
the most
link.
low IQ person I've ever seen. I don't know what you're talking about,
Jesus
bro.
Christ. Andrew, why
What
are
are you
you
talking about?
attacking
Right.
everybody?
Okay. Not true. Dan just doesn't talk a lot. Like for a person who has a YouTube, Dan's very, very specific. Like that's again another thing I like about him. If he's talking, there's a purpose for why he's talking. He is definitely not low IQ, and for 100% sure he would. Dude. I mean, again, I realize this is like a Neanderthal dumb thing to say that usually, and Dan couldn't say this for himself, just for the record. If Dan ever said in a conversation with Andrew, hey, if we were in person, I'd beat you up, you lose instantaneously. Like that, if you ever say that to a person about yourself, you lose immediately because that is the equivalent of I can't handle myself in this situation, so I have to tell you that I would beat you up in person. Okay, like that. So he can't say it for himself, but I will say for 100% sure, if they're in a bar, they're in the same place, whatever, if Andrew called him low IQ, the conversation would be over because Andrew would be unconscious instantaneously, fucking instantaneously. So the reason that matters is because I don't respect the like fake bravery that he wouldn't have if he was standing in front of him. It's not, it's like some of it's just genetics, man. Dan is one of the fucking scariest looking dudes in person ever. He benches like 500 pounds just for anyway.
Wait, he's
That's
attacking
a
me.
good
What do
one.
you mean?
We just
That's
see.
a good
Wait,
one. So-
hold up. Wait a minute. We all know who would lose in a fight. Heavy
See?
duty.
Well,
Hey,
Don't worry about
Get a
it.
bunch of fucking operators there, and they're like, "Yeah, dude," because they're all thinking the same thing that I am.
That's what it's
I just
about.
asked-
You got to fight
No,
everybody.
That's not. I'm
Everything
not
is
worried
about a
about
fight, Andrew. We take
I'm not worried about
souls
that.
from motherfuckers, okay?
Hold on. Time out.
Yeah, these guys are like, we've killed a bunch of people in real life. Again, it's like, this is what I'm saying. All of us, me, Valhalla, Ben, Jake, Dan, we all live by the same fucking rules, which is like, oh, yeah? Oh, that lowest IQ guy you've ever seen? Because all of us are like, never in a million years, dude. You would never say that in a million years, and we all know exactly why.
I'm not
Ask
worried
a
about
question.
that.
Time out.
Let
Can we
me
see
just
your
say.
DD214?
Let me just.
It would be great if I could
yeah.
actually just talk to Nate for a minute.
Yeah,
That's what I came on to
have
talk
me and
to.
Andrew talk. Me and
That's
Andrew.
All right,
great. And then we can get back over and I'll answer whatever questions
Go ahead.
Heavy Duty Country has or whatever. So I got to ask you something. There's so much of this as a matter of public record, including my federal firearms licenses, including the fact that I have been an NRA training instructor for way longer than you. Way
Okay, cool. That's
longer
not
than
a
you.
flex, dude.
Can you explain though how all this?
Hey, Nate's all, hey, while you were doing firearms training, I was shooting bad guys in the face and sleeping in a hole that I dug in sand. So good job.
This is public record, and you didn't do any due diligence whatsoever to look into any of it before you made a video.
I didn't say
Hang
I
on.
looked into your
Let me
FFL.
finish the
I
question.
said I want you to.
Let
I
me
want you to
finish
show
the
everybody your
question,
FFL.
please. You didn't do any of your due diligence whatsoever at all. All of that's a matter of public record. And you fell for a rage bait clip, which was put out by a leftist named Pangburn, who tried to burn me on a business deal. That's where all that stolen valor shit came from to begin with. You didn't do any of your
it
due
came from
diligence.
your wife, too.
No,
It came because you said, I'll speak directly to Andrew. You said that you were in the military for a year in one clip, and in another, you said, no, you weren't in the military. That's the reason that people were interested and would have gone and looked up your records. That's why. That's not falling for, I don't even know what fucking rage bait clip you're talking about. I don't get involved in stolen valor because I wasn't in the military. Tell me about your fucking martial arts credentials, and then I'll start looking into that. That's something I'll look into. I don't think that he's ever talked about that, though.
That's
Okay, you or
incorrect.
Your wife, Andrew.
It's 100%.
My
Army
wife,
sniper.
my wife 15 years
She's
ago
an army
put out a tweet.
sniper.
Hold on, Dan.
does
Hold
that mean
on.
it's
Again, Andrew said I was in the military for a year in one clip, and then in another, when someone asked if he was in the military, he said no. That's where that came from. That's the only thing I've seen. I know his wife sniper thing. I actually only heard that, ancillary, but I've seen both those other two clips.
Dan, stop. First of all, Andrew,
Mhm.
everybody here is in the military. You're talking about a Green Beret, MARSOC operator, Navy
What
SEAL.
does that have
We
to do
all
with
know.
anything?
It's important because if your wife is saying that you're an Army sniper, the only reason she'd say that is because you told her you were an Army
Why-
sniper.
okay,
at
prove it.
some point, no, I don't
Show me
have
the
to
proof.
because we
Yeah,
all know
because
that.
you just
Some
made
point
it up.
You were telling
Because you
people
made
that,
it up.
right?
You made it up.
Okay, so your wife's out
You
there
made it
lying
up.
about your military service.
She didn't
I
lie
did
about
our records
anything.
for you. Nothing came
Yeah,
back.
she
I
did.
said
She
the
didn't lie.
exact
No,
reason
she
why
didn't.
it may not have
She
come back.
100%
Let's take a
lied.
look. Let's take a look.
Dan, stop. I encourage you to produce your DD 214.
15 years
Now we're at the
ago.
point that go ahead and show
Yeah,
me your
why are
DD
we talking about
214.
what his wife said or didn't say? Just show your fucking military record. If you were in the military, it's over. I don't even understand. Like, okay, so we established you acted like Nate did not actually look into your records. He proved that he did. All of this is just ancillary fucking blah, blah, blah. Show the fact that you were in the military, and I'm sure that people who said that you weren't will apologize. I'm not sure if I ever even said, I don't think that I even talked about stolen valor. If I don't remember doing it, if I mentioned it in passing and he was in the military, I apologize. But, that's not my world.
Well, I just want to
look at
make
it
sure I got this right. Your whole claim for this is that 15 fucking years ago, you have an out of context tweet, and therefore I lied to my wife.
So this is unfortunate that I wasn't watching this live. So I could have called my, Dan and Nate and reminded them that he's the one who said it and then said the opposite.
Do you have any proof that I lied to my wife about anything? Or did you just make it up?
What?
Do you
She
have any
put it
proof
on
I lied?
Twitter.
Yeah, it's on Twitter.
How
What
does
is
that
wrong with
infer
your
that I
brain?
lied
She's
to
your
her?
wife.
You
It's on
dumb,
Twitter.
low IQ
She's
moron.
your wife.
Can you show me how I lied to her or no?
All right,
So this was a distraction tactic on purpose to take attention away from the fact that he was the one who said it and then said he wasn't. This is actually brilliant strategy. Honestly, high level. Wouldn't have worked on me, but very, very high level tactic.
all right, time out. Now we're moving the goalposts, right?
How is that
You
moving the
wanted to come
goalpost?
on here. You said I was lying.
you
I
said
never
this
did
is
it.
his
I
whole
did
game.
a records
Can you
review
prove
on
it?
it.
This is his whole
I
game.
just showed you that I did.
Can
I
you
even
prove
in my
it?
video.
Can
See,
you prove it?
This is goalposts moving.
No,
See, this is,
no,
this isn't
this
what,
is
what you
the
came off
goalpost.
with.
So prove you were in the military then. What are we doing? Who gives a fuck? Nate already proved that he did actually look into whether or not you were in it. Why are we still talking about this? If you were in the military, produce proof. The fuck are we talking about? He knew he was playing Nate's video on his channel. Oh, okay. Wait. 104. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm sorry. I'll try to stay closer up on super chats for this one because I think it'll be good if you guys are commenting on this, and then I'll know exactly. I'll be on. As a matter of fact, for this stream, I will watch it closely. If you super chat, I'll read it immediately. I watched live last night. Great stream with these three. I fell asleep 3 hours, woke up later, and Andrew and Heavy Duty Country crazy arguing. I was beyond confused. Like, what the actual fuck is happening? God, I can't wait to watch that, dude. You're right. Dan would put Smoke Boy to sleep for a long time. Dan would put Smoke Boy to sleep forever if he thought that he wanted to, and thought he could get away with it, and he wanted to actually. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where that's like why you train jujitsu or train a martial art, whatever. It's like in jujitsu specifically, at least the reason I focus all of my energy on it and stop doing like kickboxing, boxing is because it gives you the complete and total control of what is going to happen. It's like some guy, blah, 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 he's like pressing you or he's going to attack your family, whatever. If he does not have advanced jujitsu or is able to knock me unconscious before I'm able to grab a hold of a single part of his body, including his fucking wrist or hand, the second I can grab something, if he's not very, very trained in jiu-jitsu, it's completely up to me. Do I break his leg, break his arm, strangle him unconscious, strangle him to death? My choice. That's why I think that particular martial art is the best for self-defense, and it's like a superpower. You know what I mean? But Dan also knows some jiu-jitsu also, by the way. And, like Dan's one of those guys where I actually will cite, like, does he strike you as a person who's been in a handful of bar fights a week for many years you know what I mean? When Andrew is intimidated, he has his hand near his face. It was constant during the Candace debate. Barely ever happens when on TPUSA stuff. He's shaking. Big love from Arena. Thank you very much for the super chat. And that's interesting. Did you guys see the clip of his eye turning reptilian? I got this sent to me like 20 times today. Like this. I mean, I'm actually going to show this to you guys because it is weird, man. Like, this is fucking weird. I don't know what to make of it, but I'm just going to show it to you guys real quick because so many people sent it to me. I'm going to just fast forward to it, right? So he's saying like something happens at this timestamp.
At 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 47 seconds. Like from 46, 47, 48. Andrew Wilson's eye.
Okay, let me fast forward again because why? So he's saying that his eye goes like reptilian. Watch this. I'm gonna mute that just in case the music's copywritten. Like, that is fucking weird, man. And then he shows it. He shows it live. It's quick, but. And it's like this guy pulled this directly from Candace's video. I don't know what it means. I don't even have a theory. I have never been, like I usually only use the reptilian thing as like a joke, Someone else who sent it to me said that they believe that it demonstrates that he's possessed by a demon. Pretty weird. Here you go. It's right here. I mean, that is pretty weird looking, man. What? I don't know. Whatever. It's possible that it's just like he's got a big black thing in his iris, the way he was holding his face, whatever. But I don't know. You tell me, you guys. Demon or reptilian or camera trick? I watched the whole thing live last night. I'm a big fan of Valhalla and Heavy Duty, but they got destroyed. New respect for Candace Owens. I'm very interested to see that part of the conversation. And if it's that good, maybe I'll give this motherfucker a title shot. You know what I mean? Depending on how much it pisses me off.
Andrew, calm down. Calm down. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, buddy.
Andrew, you just
put your
filibuster.
DD214 on the screen.
It's already there. You can go look at it later.
No, share it on the screen.
Fuck you.
This is why you're here.
I've already done plenty. I've already done plenty.
Okay, so then,
answer
okay.
how we.
He's not going to show it.
So
Get
you
to
did
the
exactly what I told you.
answer where we
I would fucking kick him off the street. I'd be like, you're here because we're talking about this. So if you want to continue and have this conversation, show the fucking, like, we're not here so you can fucking interrogate me when I already showed you that I did, in fact, look into your records. If you have records that prove that you were in the military, then show them and we can continue the conversation. Otherwise, get the fuck out of here, dude. I would boot him in 1 second. And I have already established that I would not say anything ever that I would not say in person. I'd be like, show it then or get the fuck out. You know what I mean?
we get to I lied to wife, which is a claim you just made.
Oh
Can
my
you
God.
show me the proof of that?
You said it, guy.
Sure, because your wife wouldn't have known it without you.
Why did you say no when someone asked you that if you were in the military in the other podcast then?
Saying it.
Wouldn't have known what?
That you were
do
an
you
Army
realize
sniper.
do you realize that she said this claim apparently 15 years ago? We
Yeah,
don't
why?
even know what the context of it was. No clue. I have no clue. Can you prove that I lied to her about anything?
No, I can prove your wife said
No,
you were
you
an
just
Army
made it
sniper
up.
on
So
Twitter.
you made it up.
This is, again, clever tactic. Very clever tactic, but I'm going to go ahead here. I'll let you guys continue to watch this. I'm going to go.
No,
find
your
it.
wife
No, your
posted on
wife
X.
made it up. You
So,
idiot.
okay, no. He made up that I lied to her about something. He just lied.
No, your wife made up that you were an
No,
Army
you-
sniper.
No, she didn't make up
What
anything.
are we really doing here?
She said
Because
that she was confused. She just said that she was confused on
Andrew,
terms.
okay.
That's it.
She
You're
was
sitting here-
confused.
Uh-huh.
You're sitting here with a bunch of retired military dudes that would
Has
like
nothing
you
to do with
go ahead.
anything.
And yeah, we're talking about Army service.
Hey,
No.
Andrew,
What we're talking
I
about
wanna-
is why it is that you made a ton of allegations without doing any due diligence whatsoever, but we're supposed to believe you about
Dude,
Charlie
didn't do
Kirk.
that.
say the same thing to your wife. She's telling people you're an Army sniper. She's
this-
doing the
Oh, did
exact
she
same
put out
thing.
an out of context?
I don't know. Hey, let's see. Let's see about this though.
What's that?
When were you in the Army?
I was in the Army for a very limited amount of time, years and years ago.
How long was that very limited amount of time, if you don't mind me asking?
It wasn't very about a year.
Yeah, so did you serve, Andrew?
I did not. No,
Yeah, so did you serve, Andrew?
I did not. No.
So, listen. As titillating as it is to go over your wife's fucking tweet she did in 2012, I don't find that super interesting. And I think you'd have a hard time keeping me focused on that if you played this same game, because I would just show your own words, which seem to be a little bit more relevant than whatever the fuck we're doing right here. It makes me want to just fast forward through it until you either show the fucking records or shut the fuck up.
That proves what?
Why does it matter
All
the
right.
timeline?
Andrew,
It could be
Time
2
out,
weeks
time
ago.
out, time out,
Don't you
time
think
out, time out.
that? Don't you
can I
think
challenge you
Yeah,
to an
go
El
ahead.
Presidente? Can I challenge you to an El Pres?
I don't know what that means.
Time out.
A
Time out.
shooting
Okay,
competition.
You
You're
wanted to come out here. Your
NRA,
audience all
dude.
said I was a liar. You said I never put in a records review.
He's an expert at knowing what you will not be able to know or prove. And he's an expert at drilling into those things confidently, knowing that you're going to question yourself because that's the way people think. Okay. People evaluate whether or not they can, confidently respond to XYZ. And if he says it confidently and he knows that they don't know the answer to the thing that he's saying, then he'll throw it out there. It's like a poker game for him. The shooting thing, I mean, if he is a verified fucking firearms trainer for 100 years or whatever, I'm sure he shoots pretty good. But being a firearms trainer for longer than anyone does not in any way mean that you're a better shooter than them if you have not been actively practicing all the time. Like, you think that somebody's like, yeah, but dude, I've been doing this for 20 years and they shoot once a month versus someone who's been doing it for 2 and they shoot 3 times a day for the last 2 years practicing the specific. I mean,
But So I just showed you that I did.
Well, no, you didn't actually show us anything. What you did was you took a clip and then you read something, but you didn't actually show the
I
proof.
clipped that email that fast in 19 seconds. I produced a fake.
Yeah,
email.
but the problem is that you put in incorrect information. And by the way, why didn't you just
Andrew? I said in my video, it could be because I don't have the birth
why
date
didn't
right.
you just
in
ask
the video?
me? Why didn't you just ask me?
I did in my video. And
I am going to ask you why the clip exists of you saying you didn't serve in the military if you did. I would also I would also love to know why you're dicking these guys around and not just showing your fucking military record, which I'm not saying doesn't exist. I'm just saying if you want to win the argument, fucking show it. Then break their balls. Right now, you're just breaking their balls. I mean, maybe are you doing like the slow tactic? Are you doing the thing where, Candace is like, oh, go ahead. Yeah. I'll go ahead and I'll give you the fucking, I'll give you the 7 charges, but just hang on for a second, like, drag it out or something. I guess I could understand that because he knows how bad that feels.
Why didn't you just DM me and say, hey, what's going on with this? And I would have told you. Why didn't you just do that? Why make a public spectacle of something?
Because you made a public spectacle out of this.
What? When?
Andrew, you have no space to talk on any of that.
Show me
this is
public
spectacle.
Is put because you're
because my wife 15 years ago put out a tweet.
You have made
15 years ago. 15
Yeah,
years ago. Say it again, dude.
There you go.
Say it again. Say it 5 more times.
Dan, stop. You also have made conflicting statements of your military service.
Okay, what?
I showed in the video. You claimed in one clip you have never served. You claimed in another clip you did about a year in the
army. Do you know what
so
the context was for that?
I can look at those two things.
Do you know what the context
Andrew, did you
was?
ever serve?
Is it reasonable for someone to think that maybe you were lying if they saw conflicting statements, regardless of the context? Like, do you really expect every person in something as frivolous and trivial and dumb and meaningless as did some guy do a fucking year in the military? You think like people are going to they're going to go, well, I'm going to dedicate a full day to this, dude. Like, conflicting clips, reasonable for them to assume that it's possible you lied, did a completely reasonable amount of due diligence to see if you did, came back with nothing, made a video, and even said, it's possible I don't have the right information. Done deal, end of story. The rest of this is fucking noise. It's called iris columbata. Oh, or colomboma. Interesting. My dad's an ophthalmologist. I'll ask him about that. Jesse, wait till you hear him say heavy duty sucks dick. You'll want a title shot and you'll get him. I mean, again, like, yeah, that's the kind of thing where I just go, dude, you wouldn't have never gotten to that sentence because he would have you would be alive if Dan allowed that to be the case if you guys were in person, and you fucking know it. Oh, well, not if I fucking shoot him with my gun. Oh, you're gonna commit a murder, dude? You just shoot Dan with your gun. That's the I don't know how to fight, like, silver bullet for everybody. They're like, oh, well, I have a gun. Like, and he did that with Wes Watson, actually, which was a good play, candidly. When Wes Watson's all, dude, I'll smack you. Wes Watson's a joke, by the way, just to be fucking crystal clear on this. I have nothing in common with fucking Wes Watson aside from maybe a hair. No. He shaves his head. Never mind. No. But when Wes Watson, I'll slap the shit out of you on a stage, dude, you lose immediately. You've lost. If you actually go and slap the shit out of him, you still probably lose, but the clip will be good enough that people show it. They're all, did you see Wes slap the shit out of fucking whatever? When you're, I'll slap you, you just look like an idiot. If you're going to do violence, don't talk about it before you do it. That's good policy also. He said the tweet was taken out of context, which implies he knows the context. So what's the context, Andrew? Exactly. They should have pressed him on that. Yes. So again, all they need to press him on is where are the fucking records, man?
Oh, I didn't.
Do you know what the context of that was?
What's the context?
Irrelevant.
So I do what's called TikTok invasions, and I have a very familiar face and a voice. And TikTokers often will not let me on unless I use a fake profile. So I went on and I was doing this debate with it. Yes, it's true.
Holy shit, dude. Okay.
It's true.
It's a good explanation as long as you can produce your fucking records. What's up, babe? My car key. You better come sit on daddy's lap if you want that car key. Come here.
No.
I'm live. Come on. Come say hi.
Oh my god.
Been looking at all these ugly fucking dudes' faces. Give them something pretty to look
Oh
at.
my god.
Just
What
for a
I just
second.
unplugged your computer.
Dude.
Hi.
Apparently,
Hi.
Andrew Wilson in this stream is going to tell Dan that he sucks dicks.
Andrew's an idiot.
What do you think?
I have to go. Oh.
If he said that to Heavy Duty Country in person, what do you think?
Dan would kill him. But I gotta go. Love you.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Where's my sticker?
Wait, where are you going?
I'm gonna go get my car washed. My sticker's in your car, right? You stole it?
You need my. Oh.
Where is it?
Yeah, I don't know actually. If
You
I,
said you stole it.
I'm not sure if I did. I think.
It is not in my car.
Well, if it's not in my car, then because I definitely had to pay for it when I went there, so I don't know if it worked or not. Whatever. Sorry, you guys. Yours?
Remember? 'Cause I don't have any credit cards.
Oh yeah.
That's actually good.
That's exactly what happened in my membership there.
Out, Andrew. Andrew.
What do you mean?
Come on, if we're not going to have a good faith discussion, then what do you?
Are you saying I'm lying about this?
So you lied. So you lied about not serving. Is that what we're saying here,
Bro? What happened is we were in the middle of a debate when it.
Okay, I'm sorry, I can't take it. Chat. People who have seen this, does he ever show his fucking records, dude? Okay, I'm scrolling all the way to the bottom here. Does he ever show his records? Yes or no? Wait. Hold on. This is so low IQ. Jesse will get destroyed in a debate, then act like a feminist, cry and say, I'm going to beat you up because your words hurt me. Yeah, that's probably exactly what would happen. That sounds like me. You could produce lots of clips of me losing and then saying I'll beat you up, right? I've been doing this for almost 6.5 years. So I'm sure you'll be able to produce a clip of me losing my cool and being like, I'll beat you up. I'll beat the shit out of you, man. Fuck. Probably not. Wait, what? Half of everybody's saying yeah. Oh, wait. No. He never shows it. Of course, dude. He did not. Okay. So no. Okay, of course. So, but they showed him on his stream, not on. He showed him on his stream, not theirs. What the fuck? They're on his stream. Okay, I'll look him up. He showed his records before this part. I'm pretty sure I turned this on like right when they got on. I'm confused by that. I'm glad Andrew is raising one of my children. Is your new logo actually in studio or is that a screen? It's in studio. The context for the tweet was never explained, and then he admits to committing stolen valor just so he can get on a TikTok debate. What? Yeah, I mean, reptilian people theory is BS. Demons are 100% real. God and Jesus are real. Repent now. Follow Jesus now. World is very demonic today. Love you, bro. Thank you very much, good sir. Appreciate the super chat. Supposedly he showed his papers on his own stream. Yeah. Well, obviously we will find that out. But candidly, I don't know how to fucking read them anyway. Those guys. Hey, you know who does though? The guy's on this stream. So why didn't he show it then? They showed him on his stream, never on this. Yeah. And I mean, again, that's hilarious. He's like, I'm not going to show my military records to the MARSOC Navy SEAL Green Beret combo that are on the screen right now.
Came to who should be allowed to vote and who shouldn't be allowed to vote.
Okay.
I was demonstrating a point that even if I grant this argument, right, that it's irrelevant to the context of the conversation. Even if I bite the bullet, it's irrelevant.
Okay, so I haven't validated this, but it says he did a little over 9 months in the reserves. before he got medically discharged. It's been released. Nate has done this before, bro. I don't know what we're referencing as far as Nate doing it, but if that's true, then if I ever accuse him of stolen valor, which I'm pretty sure I didn't because I don't ever talk about stolen valor, then I apologize. But I'm pretty sure that I didn't anyway. But just watched Andrew Wilson's eye in my home theater, 4K projected 130 screen. Honestly, hard to tell. It's only the one eye. Could just be some sort of weird artifact. Strange for sure, but inconclusive. I mean, candidly, even if it is real, like what the fuck would that be? What would that mean? You know what I mean? It seems like it would be just naturally inconclusive anyway, but it's gone viral.
That's the whole point of the context of that. And you didn't even bother to look, and you didn't even bother to ask.
So you're saying that someone I needed to somehow figure out all this weird, bizarre TikTok
before you decide to make public
contact
allegations,
about
yes.
you saying that you never served
Before you make
when
public
another
allegations, yes.
I didn't make public allegations.
You did make public
pressed
allegations.
you to produce your DD2.
Why is that your business unless it's the case that you are claiming that I lied without doing any due diligence, sir?
Why is it your business? Because, okay, now your wife's tweet does matter, guy. Okay? You have conflicting statements yourself, and your wife said that you were a military sniper. Like, you're a public figure. Like you said, I watched this fucking guy say, listen, when I go out, I get recognized everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, I get recognized. Okay. Guy, we have very similar profiles. Okay. I get recognized sometimes, but that would be such a wild exaggeration to say that it's dumb. And it's also just not accurate. But you are a public figure and you have conflicting stories about your military from both yourself and your fucking wife. Guys who are in the military going and looking it up to see whether it's true and not finding records and then telling the public they couldn't find your records. What are you talking about? When you are in this role, everything is people's business if you've spoken about it before. I mean, that's just, this is what I'm saying. It's asinine. You guys really think he's going to fucking dominate me like in a conversation? I'm not debating shit because I don't care about this enough. But like, you think that like, if we are in a conversation, I'm going to go, oh my God, you're right, Andrew. Jeez, Louise, you're right. Fuck. Whose business is it? Okay. I'm different. My brain works real fucking fast. I promise. And I don't rattle, but I also don't debate because I don't fucking care about any of this. Like, I don't care about fucking competitive talking.
I did do my due diligence. So just
how did you do your due diligence if you just took a competing clip put out by a leftist to defame me?
He reached out to people who find military records professionally and historically for him and asked for them with the maximum amount of information that he had in order to either validate or invalidate your fucking claim. What are you talking about? How is that not doing due diligence? That's the definition of due diligence, guy. Jesus. Maybe his tactic would be to annoy me so much that I end up speaking louder and faster than normal. Just say the same dumb fucking point that is not a valid point over and over and over. Fucking dumb. Show it or don't. I mean, maybe he was embarrassed to show the records to these guys because these guys are like like super certified, put it all on the line, special forces guys, and he doesn't want to show a record that's like, hey, I did 9 months in the reserves. It's just nothing to be ashamed of. It's more than I did.
No, my due diligence was putting in a records review. We couldn't find anything. So
that's not due diligence.
Telling
you didn't even ask.
We got no records.
Why wouldn't you just
produce your records?
Why wouldn't you?
Why would he trust what you say, guy? What is your credibility where your word would be above Nate's ability to find your official records? What the fuck are you talking about? Nate and you are not friends. You don't know each other. Why would he just, hey man, I just wanted to ask you a quick question. You know, there's been some conflicting things and he's like, yeah, I was in the middle, I was in for a while. It's like, okay, cool. Even if you sent him a completely legit DD-214, he's going to go verify whether or not it's real. So he would end up going through the exact same process either way, whether you showed him a record, whether you asked or not. What he did is the definition of due diligence. Saying it over and over doesn't make it any less true. This is what I'm saying. I fucking can't stand the debate bro shit, dude. It's so dumb. It's fucking dumb.
That's it.
ask me.
So again,
Why
you haven't
wouldn't you just ask
what
me,
are we
Nate?
talking about here, dude?
Why wouldn't you just ask me?
Why wouldn't I just ask you what?
Yeah. Why
we
wouldn't
are
you just
public
ask me?
Figures who put out YouTube videos.
And you could
I
just
publicly
have
said
sent me a
you can do
DM
this.
and said, hey, bro, what's going on with this? And I would have been like this.
Because Nate likes to do things efficiently. And so in the event that you said, yes, I was in whatever, here's my record, he's going to have to go and do the validation process, which he did, which is identical. So why add an extra step? Okay. Efficiency. Don't do things that you're going to have to repeat. You guys aren't friends. He doesn't owe you anything. He's not a journalist exactly either. So he doesn't want to add a pointless step. He just goes straight to the source to find out whether or not it's true.
Because we're not fucking buddies.
There,
That's
How
why.
is that? How does that? What does that mean? How do you need to be a friend?
We
to
don't
just
have,
ask a
dude. You
person?
think you're owed something? You aren't
No,
owed
no.
shit.
You fuckers think you're owed my entire
No,
personal
we
life
don't.
and business.
Hey,
We
motherfucker!
This
Dude,
guy,
your
this guy
wife,
pretended-
your wife,
This
your
guy
wife,
pretended-
I want an
your
ice cream
wife,
sandwich.
your
Yeah,
wife
this guy
didn't even
pretended.
do her own due diligence. How can you expect us
Oh, I'm
to?
sorry. I'm sorry. My wife put out.
That's a good point, guys. I'm waiting for where Dan's going to get fucking mogged because he hasn't spoken very much. And when he has, like I said, doesn't talk a lot, but when he talks, makes good points, not low IQ, a person who thinks and doesn't just talk just to talk. So he's listening and then points out like, oh, your point is irrelevant and dumb. And also you're contradicting your own actions within your own family. Because if someone owes the effort to ask, well, your own fucking wife didn't even ask. She called you a military sniper and put it out to the entire world, just like Nate put out to the entire world that he couldn't find your records. How is that different? You're married to her. You guys live in the same fucking house. She didn't go do her due diligence, but Nate, who doesn't even fucking know you, is supposed to do more effort than your own wife before she claims you're a fucking military sniper and then boosts your profile way beyond anything that you fucking earned. Give me a fucking break. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here we go. This is what he does.
Well, I'll tell you, this is a lot better than just
Dude,
DMing
your
back and
own
forth.
wife. You're telling Nate to do his own due diligence. Your own wife can't do her own with you. Hey, honey, hand me another box.
This is what I'm saying, dude. If this is how the rest of this is going to go, then if people actually think that like Dan got dominated, then you're falling for like right here. This is a surgically placed point that he's making, which is absolutely valid and 100% bulletproof in this situation.
Vodka Sprite.
Uh-huh.
By the way, were you an Army
Yeah.
sniper?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Now
never
what do you
told her
have to
that.
say?
I never told her that. And I've never publicly said that.
But
I've
Nate has to
never
do his own
once-
due
Can you
diligence.
tell me when I
but your
publicly
wife
ever
doesn't?
claimed? Can you tell me when I've ever
Okay,
publicly
dude.
claimed I was an Army sniper? You lying, gutless weasel.
Your wife did.
You had your wife do it, so you would have plausible deniability, so you could claim that role without having said it yourself, is what I would accuse you of if I was making accusations. But your wife does talk a lot online, and so maybe she just fucking said it. You know, she seems like maybe she'll just throw shit out. So maybe she just threw it out. No way for me to fucking know.
Dumbass.
Did I?
Man.
Oh my God. It's an extension of you, dude.
Can you? It's
That's a
it's
fact.
an extension. No, Andrew, you didn't. And
Yes,
I lied
it
and made
is.
the whole thing
Yes,
up.
it is.
But I lied and made the whole thing up because I'm a
Ugh.
piece of shit. But you know what, Andrew? Even though I'm a lying, gutless weasel, fucking piece of shit, you never said that.
I'm not standing on that because I never said it.
I refuse to do my due diligence whatsoever. Is that your actual position, dumbass?
Neither did your wife, dumbass.
What
Are we
due
done?
diligence? 15 years ago, she put out a tweet. You don't even
You
know what the
keep bringing up
context
a
was.
timeline. I don't know what.
How long have they been married for? How long were they together? If she said that, in the first 2 weeks they were dating, then cool. If they had been together for over a year, then timeline irrelevant.
that has to do with anything.
Do you think that it could be possibly the case that she was just mistaken, you uncharitable
Yes, I
fuck?
do. I do think that.
Andrew,
Is it possible that Nate was just
That, like,
mistaken,
it-
you
it's just-
fucking idiot?
That's not
You know what I'm saying? Every time Dan has said something, it has been on point, direct to what Andrew has said, and has been the correct winning argument. Just for the record, thus far.
mistaken if he can just text me, dummy.
Your wife
And-
can sit across the room from you,
Yes.
ass dummy.
So the case is she could have just gotten a fact wrong, and instead, what you do is you take it to the
Oh,
next level.
God, dude.
Pretend
Hey, but
candidate.
oh my god, I can't believe I
I
just
don't
did
think
that.
so at all.
I can't. Okay, actually, I had that timestamp. Okay, but Nate can't get a fact wrong based on an amalgam of fucking due diligence that he just wasn't able to find your records.
Winning this one, Andy.
I've
You ain't
already
winning
won
this
it.
one.
I've
He's
already
right.
won
No,
it,
you
you low
haven't.
IQ
Not even
peasant.
close.
You
No,
lied
you
to
voted
your
really
asses.
hard because you begged.
Not even
you begged
close.
to come-
Hey, a low IQ peasant. Okay. I haven't asked Dan what my fucking, like if unless fucking Andrew has some form of inheritance, which would be fucking weird that he's doing a a GoFundMe. Dan has a fuckload more money than him that he created himself. Okay, YouTube is not his only fucking job.
Game anyway. You peasants can barely.
No, you
crack
haven't. You're down.
1,500 live
You're down
viewers. You're worthless.
$220,000, dude, and you're getting your ass handed to you all over the place.
You think I'm down money? You're so dumb.
Yeah,
bro.
you are.
If you didn't get financial backing for that, then of course you're down. Not 220. Okay, but there's no fucking if dumb external advertisers paid an astronomical amount that there was definitely going to be no ROI on, possibly you could generate, a couple $100,000 for that stream, given the fact that you're piggybacking off of Candace's notoriety. But, that's just mathematics from someone who knows the metrics of this business.
Oh, God.
Yep.
I'm one of the most super chatted channels on the internet, doofus. Did you know that?
You just spent $300,000 to have a conversation with a woman.
means
Shut up.
It means
Shut up.
nothing to me.
I'm just gonna let
Nothing.
These guys.
You're dropping super chats on Dan. That's fucking funny, dude. Super chats. Dan didn't even live stream because until very recently. Anyway, like I said, Dan's money is vastly larger than what. Anyway, whatever.
Good. That's why you're begging for money.
Me and Andrew's things
It's a
already
beg.
done.
Do you
so.
take super chats?
Dude, just keep begging for money.
Do you take super
what's
chats, sir?
What's a super chat?
Yeah. Do you take
Yeah,
super
well,
Oh
chats?
shit!
Are
I'm
you
sorry, you guys. I haven't even looked at the super chats. Fuck me, dude. I'm sorry. I know I promised that. Ever since the debate, Andrew Wilson's been trying to desperately to open any jar he can find. He only showed a NGB Form 22, which is a National Guard with 10 months of service with no MOS medals or badges. I mean, to be fair, that's okay. That's cool. But like, to be fair, it's not like he spent a lot of time, building up the idea that he was some fucking military hero. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, this sounds about equivalent to what he has presented himself as in terms of his military career from what I've heard. His wife is a different story, but I don't put a lot of stock in like a random tweet from a girl a long time ago. I mean, like, as an example, okay, when Alex Jones and I did the first episode on his channel that we did together about the Charlie case, and he referenced Sean Johnson, who's he's a Navy SEAL, right? And Alex was like, he's done like 11 combat tours. And then so we ended up doing a second show, Sean and Alex, and a little fucking inside baseball. The catalyst for that show was because Sean had done 3 combat tours, and in his world, it was so like he is so like adherent to that principle that you don't ever overstate what your military record is, that he's like, we're doing another show with both of you guys on it so I can correct that statement that you made. It's like, it's just one of those things. Like, people can speak out of pocket about people's military career and accidentally say it. You know what I mean? Like, so it is what it is, dude. You got to watch the whole stream, dude. Nate admits he shouldn't have made an Andrew bashing video without simply reaching out to him. Andrew admits it looked sketch and understands what he did. Okay. Well, I mean, we'll get there. He said on one of his lives a couple months ago, he got hurt during basic training. He got to tryouts and didn't make the cut, but wants everyone to think he was team captain. Again, I have not heard him overstate his military career, in my opinion, if what his military career is 10 months in the reserves. Like, I got no fucking personal problem with this guy at all, for the record. I have no personal problem with fucking anybody except, well, let me think about that. There's a couple people, but they're not, they're not big enough that you would even fucking know who they are. And also, I don't actually care enough. You know what I mean? But I have no personal problem with Andrew. Andrew was just on a show with Paramount Tactical, and he said the words exactly, that if he's going to be entering into this sector, he may as well have conflict and make as much money as possible. So like, there absolutely is a component to this entire thing, which is like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, guys. Come on. Like, it's not like I'm playing make-believe. Like, if you fuck with my friends, I'll defend my friends always, but I'm going to give you my honest take about it. But at the same time, I don't have like a personal problem with this fucking guy. Like, I don't give a shit. This is like YouTube shit. You guys are entertained, right? You guys are entertained? I find this very entertaining. He hasn't done anything that makes me like have like an actual personal problem with the guy. Andrew redacted his birth date in the records he showed. I remember his birthday because it's the same as mine, January 23rd. Let Nate search that date. Look at you, brutally honest. Well played. We will do that. We will absolutely do that. Why do January 23rd? That is a birthday that is in my life somehow. Whose fucking birthday is January 23rd? Shelly, thank you very much. My longest term ex-girlfriend from college was September 23rd, but that's definitely not who I'm thinking of. Someone was January 25th. Anyway, whatever.
Begging
What
for
is
money?
that?
Are you begging for money?
I
take a
actually don't
super
have a
chat?
give, send, go. I don't have a give, send, go,
What would a
Andy.
give, send, go have to do with that? Do you
January 24th. Well, what am I supposed to do now? Jeez, I don't know which one it is.
take super chats? Is that begging
Hand
for money?
jobs.
No,
What?
no, I'm saying
giving
you're
hand
begging for money
How is that
for
begging?
debate that you said you would pay for on your own.
You mean because
That's
tons of-
begging.
You mean because
That's
tons of
begging,
things-
Andy.
How is that begging?
Can you not figure that out? You are
No, I can't
begging
figure that
for
out. How is
money
that begging?
because
Can
you
you explain
said
how
you would
that's
pay
begging?
for the debate
And
on
I
your
did.
own
And I did.
on Joe Rogan, and now you're trying to recoup it. You're begging
So
for
what?
money.
That's not
And actually, what he actually said too is he framed it as, we already offered her $300,000 to debate and she didn't take it. So there's that. And then she was like, say what, dude? You want to pay mommy 300 fucking grand for me to expose that you know nothing about the case? Okay. Right? All right. Let's do's that. Now, do I have a huge fucking problem with him doing a crowdfunding campaign or whatever? Not really. But again, it does kind of demonstrate that the original, inception of this thing was done under false pretenses, which again would give people reason that they might want to go ahead and just check on the claims that you made on their own.
This is very simple.
You know what
That's
begging means?
100% begging.
What does the word begging mean?
Give
dummy?
me money, guys. Give me
What
money.
does the word begging mean? Do you even know, low IQ? What does it mean?
Andy,
You don't know.
you were asking
You
people
don't know
to
because you have the
recoup
IQ.
money.
Your
Here we go.
IQ is
Here we
lower than
go.
the fucking temperature in Alaska.
Good.
When you say
good,
begging, what does that
good.
mean? Tell me what it means.
Andy, I've
Tell me
already
what it
told you
means.
like 3 times.
Just keep
three
asserting
times.
a claim. You don't know the distinction
3
between making
times.
a claim assertion
3
and proving
times.
it.
This is so fun.
Oh my God. So we're playing semantics between the word begging and asking. Begging is a way of communicating asking in a way that makes you look desperate. Okay. Do we need to do this? Should this be a fucking audition of how this would go if I have a conversation with him and we are doing the same thing? Okay. So, begging begging. Simple. Begging means asking, but from the perspective of the person looking at it, the person asking looks desperate. It's subjective, which means begging, asking, what are we talking about? Dan thinks you look desperate, and he explained why. Thus, begging is appropriate from him. There it is.
Fun.
What is begging? What does that mean? What does begging mean?
I just told you.
Is super
Damn it!
chat begging?
I'm actually like forgetting that I'm not in this conversation at this point.
Andy, they're
Doofus.
given. You fucking
Doofus.
idiot.
Oh, so give
They're
send go
given.
is given. You're a genius.
Hey, beg, send, go.
What a
You
brilliant guy.
literally put on the caption, if you want to help me recoup the money.
Uh-huh. So how's that how's that begging?
Subjective way of communicating, asking. That's it.
You have a bunch of creators who say that they want to assist with that. How's that begging?
This is so goofy.
Yeah, you have
So,
nothing.
so I hear
You have
you're going to
nothing.
sue us all.
You're
I hear
just
you're going to
dumb as
sue
shit.
us
Hang on.
all.
Hang on, guys. We're getting
Yes,
super chats.
okay,
Just
good,
keep it up.
Andy.
Hang on.
Good,
Hang on.
good.
Oh, we got
Keep it
super
up.
chats coming in.
We're all
Okay, we got
dumb.
super chat. Hang on. They want me to draw
Oh,
shit.
no,
I'm
no, I don't
drawing.
think all
I'm
these people are
drawing.
dumb. Just you, sir. I just think you're dumb.
You're wrong.
Which is why you won't do a moderated
Feelings-
debate. You don't even know how to
Feelings
do it.
mutual.
Dan's definitely not dumb. Definitely not dumb. And I have learned from a lot of experience with a lot of different people in a lot of different types of environments that the guys who are real quiet, and then when they do talk, you should fucking listen, because they are only going to talk. And if you notice things about when they talk and what they say, you can pick up on, oh, okay, so this is a dangerous person. This is a not dangerous person. This is a smart person. This is not smart person. Like, if Andrew seriously thinks that Dan's dumb, he is like, all he could be based on, he's all, oh, his name's Heavy Duty Country. He lives on a ranch. And so ipso facto dumb, which would be a drastic miscalculation. Also, I'm not going to actually say that part.
Find my money, Andy.
Andrew, I'm
For what?
absolutely illiterate.
You're a
I'm
small,
probably the
tiny,
dumbest
teeny, weeny
motherfucker on
creator.
here.
Why would I ever pay you for anything? You
Dude,
can't-
He has 3 times the subscribers as you. 3 times. Triple your subscribers, actually. And I will validate that for everybody right now so that there is no misunderstanding there, because he's a teeny tiny creator. Now, listen, is there any like major ROI in fucking paying Dan $10,000 to $20,000 for a debate? Fuck no. But Dan is saying, well, you're paying for debates, so let's do this. I was willing to do it, but now if you want to do it, let's fucking do it for some cash. Okay. So the Crucible, whatever. Okay. 381,000 subscribers. Heavy Duty Country, 925,000 subscribers. Oof. And look at that. Damn, how many views has Dan gotten in the last 24 hours? 600,000 in the first 2 things that I saw. Teeny tiny creator, guys. Teeny tiny. That's funny. Let's go ahead and continue though. It's weird. The views are getting counted different on YouTube now. And anyway, weird, whatever, irrelevant.
Fucking mug you on
viewers.
everything. I'm
You
3
can't
times as
crack
big as you.
500 live viewers, dude.
Andrew, can I ask you a question?
What did he say?
A good
Did you say 500 live viewers? Better fucking tack a 0 onto that as a baseline, dog. That's actually what I was about to say about the counting. Is like, where the fuck are where are all my live viewers? This is honestly weird. This is low for this stream. And it's just weird because or maybe I'm seeing the wrong numbers on my side, but it's just weird because they're 2,000 live viewers on this stream is super fucking weird low. While the numbers on videos are high. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's continue.
A good faith question between me and you, right?
Of course.
Without the craziness.
Dude, this is good.
Could you at least, in a little bit of fairness to someone like me, right, which I do a lot of Stolen Valor expose content in the past, right? When I see someone, right, say conflicting statements of, okay, I served for an army for about a year, and then I see another clip of you saying, asked if you served at all. No, I never served. And then I see text right, that you were an Army sniper, but then I hear you were in the Army for a year. For someone like me that does Stolen Up Valor expose content, could you not at least be like, okay, I kind of understand why Nate would think.
Normally,
of course he understands. He's being dishonest. He's being dishonest is what's happening.
Would normally be super charitable to this position if it was the case that A, you reached out to me because I would have just responded to you. B, you had done any sort of due diligence to understand why it is that these people have been smearing me with this. And it has to do with the fact that Pangburn wanted me to come out and do a live debate where he promised 50% of the ticket sales and then reneged on his contract. So I told him, no, I'm not going to come out and make content for you. And he's the one who put that video out. The source of that initially was Tree of Logic. Now, the reason you shouldn't trust Tree of Logic, she was the same person.
I literally have not heard of a single person that he's talking about, which is funny to like. I don't know. I find that absolutely hilarious, dude. Carla says my birthday is January 23rd, but I don't want to share. I don't want to share with that jackal. It is what it is. I'm telling you, like someone important is January 23rd, and they might be watching this like, fuck you, Jesse, you don't remember.
Put the hit piece out on Candace Owens that now you have the famous debate clip between Candace Owens and Blair White where they are arguing over the Tree of Logic content. And you didn't do any of your due diligence. And at the very least, I think it would have been fair for you to have just contacted me, in which case I would have just discussed it with you.
But then he would have still had to go validate it either way. And I'm not going to lie, I actually feel pretty good about not knowing who any of those people are because, again, not because I don't have respect for what these people do. Well, no, I don't. Not because of that. Just because when I say I don't pay attention to this shit and don't care about it, I really don't.
Would have been it.
I would say that saying I didn't do.
And you also said the FFL. You also said the certifications.
I said you need to produce.
Yeah, but I don't. But I don't actually. Right?
No, if you make those claims,
no, you need
to be able to do it.
Yeah, you only need to answer to those claims if it's the case that this isn't a matter of public record, and a person like you who does these quote exposés is doing your due diligence.
I'm not concerned with the other ones. I'm concerned with your military.
Yeah, I get it. I understand that, right? But the thing that's funny here is like you could have just asked. You didn't have to make it a cloak and dagger conspiracy. You didn't have to make it into something that it wasn't, and I would have just answered you. And that is where the problem comes in, and that's where it becomes
another excellent tactic. He's fucking good at this, dude. He's good at this. He could have used more of this in the Candace debate. More, I'm a nice person who just expects, this, that, or the other. Because again, winning the audience is how you win these exchanges.
Bad faith. And it seems to me like what you're trying to do instead
it's not bad faith.
Is attack me rather than try to get to the actual truth. And what's funny about this is I've always been willing to debate with any of you guys on topics like the Kirk assassination, always been willing to debate on these various topics in good faith with the various people who want to do it. I had never, before either of you started coming at me, I never attacked either of you. I don't know who you are. I've never attempted to do anything like this. And I would have engaged with you in good faith on these various topics. And
why didn't you do it with me the first time then?
Because why didn't you want the very first message round where you were saying that you wanted to meet up with me for mutual combat?
That's a fucking lie. I saw the exchange. Dan said he's on his way to whatever. He said he can do an hour. He can do an hour, but he's on vacation, so he can't do more. And then Andrew wanted to do 2, and he wouldn't do an hour. That's not true, and that's just not true.
Let's read them.
Before that.
This
is before that. This was before that when
let's read them.
When you literally said I'm available in 30 minutes. And I told you I'll give you an hour, and then the next day you were talking about some fucking spear or something.
What I was trying to do.
So I told you I was on vacation. I was on vacation.
I've seen these messages.
I told you I would give you 30 minutes at first, and then I told you I would give you an hour.
And I told you when you're back from vacation and have time, we'll do it correctly.
You did an hour with Stu Peters. Why can't you do an hour with me?
That was a moderated debate, which was set up, which was requested of me by Sneeko. All I requested from you was that we have a moderator. You give the due time that the topic is worthy of, and I'll do the debate with you happily. Do you want to read the message?
30 minutes.
No.
Literally read the messages.
When
you
we
said
got
30
through,
minutes.
I said, listen, an hour's not going to be enough time to do this topic. So if you're on vacation, wait for you to get off of vacation, and then we'll do the debate. Read them.
I know exactly what we said.
Then read them.
I told you I would give you an hour.
Then I'll read them.
I told you I would give you an hour.
Yeah.
You've already posted them on your fucking Twitter.
Yeah.
Dude.
And I'll read them. You're the one who says that this is a point in contention. So I'll just read them.
You were saying that I won't
Yeah,
debate
I'm
you.
going
I was
to.
fully ready to
I'm
debate
going to. Ready? Here we go. I should be able to within an hour in traffic. Got 30 minutes to do it. I'm on vacation. You've got 30 minutes to do it because you're on vacation. And I said, well, when you can schedule for more time, we can do it then. Lots of claims you have made, and I can't wait to discuss them. You said 30 minutes is plenty of time. I'll stretch it a bit if we need to. And I said, no, it isn't. If we're going to debate, we're going to actually debate and go through the claims. And when you can carve out 2 hours, let me know. That's pretty standard for a debate. That's actually how that conversation went. So why mischaracterize it?
I'm not. I told you I'd give you an hour.
Yeah, you actually said 30 minutes.
That's still true. That's still.
You actually said 30 minutes.
Okay, pushing it.
Here, I'll read it again.
Pushing it means we could go to an hour.
I don't know what it means because nobody knows what you mean about anything. I got 30 minutes to do it. I'm on vacation. That's what you actually said.
Okay.
And so all I did was try to schedule this where it could be moderated and there would be enough time there for us to actually go through the claims legitimately, like a legitimate debate.
It's not unreasonable. It's like, I mean, if he wants to do, 30 minutes, it just depends on, honestly, if you haven't framed it in a way where you have defined exactly what you're going to be debating. There are certain things you can debate in 30 minutes, other things you can't. Either way, honestly, sounds like a misunderstanding to me at this point. That just sounds like a misunderstanding, period.
I don't know what a legitimate debate is, dude.
Well,
legitimate is exactly what I was going to say. Dan and we don't, this the debate bro thing is like a foreign land to us. We don't do if that's standard operating procedure, it's okay, well, that would be something that would be interesting to know if that was a thing that I paid attention to. You know what I mean? He just doesn't know. Dan has no idea. You think Dan watches fucking debate content? I promise he doesn't.
Exactly.
What, do you have rules?
I'll explain it to you.
Do you have rules?
Yes. So generally what happens in a
Tell
debate,
me the rules of your debates.
I'll walk through it. Generally speaking, you're going to have an opening statement which frames your worldview and why you think of.
Oh, so you're a lawyer.
No, that's not lawyering. You would have an opening statement which would express to you what.
Try to calm down, dude. It's going to be okay.
Yeah, okay, it'll be okay. And then
what
the one
do you get? Is it normal to read your opening statement? I'm just saying, I thought that was weird. I'm really not trying to be a prick. I just thought that was weird when he read it for the Candace one.
Is you would move into a rebuttal, then a cross-examination, and then open dialogue, and then closing statements. That's usually how a debate goes. That way, both worldviews. That way, both worldviews can be adequately represented. Well, how do you get to the truth if people aren't answering questions or they're obfuscating?
This is the
I'd rather just have a
internet,
conversation
Andrew.
like men. We're not fucking lawyers.
Everybody on this in this group is thinking the same thing. They're like, that sounds like an awful lot of formalized, organized, weird shit to just talk. Because again, I don't think that just the concept of competitive talking is like computes, generally speaking. You know what I mean?
I'm not going to sit.
Nobody's asking for lawyering. That's not lawyering. What are you talking? Do you know online debates have been going on since 2017 in a big way, and the formats exist so that people can get to the heart.
I didn't know that.
Of course you didn't.
I didn't know that.
I know you didn't, but I'm telling you that there's platforms which exist so that people can debate these issues in a legitimate way, so we can get to the truth of the matter. That's the whole point.
Okay. So did you say during the beginning of your life?
By the way, I agreed to do one of those ones where I'll sit down and have 10 people debate me all at once, just because, just for fun, for funsies. Let's see, something tells me that Andrew doesn't generally join the one of 10, I think those are probably more up and comers. And hey, given my lack of experience, they should fucking dominate me, right? I don't do debates. So this should be easy. This should be fucking easy. Maybe Maybe not though. You know, you just never know.
I assume that you're going to sue us.
Well, it's tongue in cheek, bro. Come on, be reasonable.
Okay,
here.
I'm just if it's tongue in cheek, then totally cool. Fine.
Yeah, be reasonable.
I just wanted.
So
I'm
the
being
thing
reasonable.
is, the thing
I'm
is,
being
is
reasonable.
Like, look,
I just wanted
generally
to.
speaking, creators who sue other creators are cringe fuckers. I've never done it
Yeah,
once.
yeah, they are.
I agree.
I've never done it once. Okay, and I don't ever plan on doing it. But I also don't think that it's correct for you to not do your due diligence before you make accusations against people, especially considering there's other allegations which you've made. You said, for instance, that Gary at Paramount Tactical never got a medal. He did get a medal, and I've got the clip of you saying that. So, like, you have made allegations in the past which were not correct. You have not retracted any of them. And the thing is like, I just want you to give me a fair shake, like I would give you a fair shake. And if you want to debate actual issues,
that's what I'm doing right now.
Hang on. And if you want to debate actual issues around the Kirk assassination, if you want to debate actual issues around the ideas of guns and what they can or can't do, if you want to debate issues around these things, I'm happy to do that. You guys have been engaged, though, instead in a long-time character assassination of me based on very limited information, and you never even bothered to ask me about any of it.
Is this the pick?
I, for the record, have not. I have made no claims. I just make fun of people when it's funny. Because, again, I know how to frame things and stay out of trouble. Also, I don't care about what anybody has done or hasn't done as long as they haven't hurt a kid or a woman.
I was just going off of what your wife said.
Are you the bald guy?
In my opinion,
just, you know, heavy duty country lost all credibility. Okay. What is what you can drive a car with a manual transmission or ride a bicycle or a motorcycle. He lost all credibility in what regard? Oh, because he didn't know about debate bro culture that every one of us has acknowledged, like barely fucking even knew existed. Okay, hey, I'm sure he's going to take it super hard that in the fucking debate, you know, in that debate like niche, that they're like, that guy has no credibility. He's all, I don't know who you are, you know. To him, probably equivalent to like, they're all, hey, Jesse, listen. The feminist fucking muffin baking niche thinks you're an asshole because you made that joke about, you know, spousal abuse. I'm like, oh my God. What am I going to do if these girls that are making biscuits while they're talking about the suffrage movement don't respect me as a person who makes content and talks? Life over. I'm going to hang it up, dude. Hey, it's not just them, man. It's not just them. Okay. You know, the time that you made fun of or actually even got mad about, you know, the president of that school in Chicago who got caught on hidden camera talking about training teenagers how to use sex toys and then saying that they didn't even tell the parents because it's queer sex. And you were talking about how that piece of shit should have gotten fired. Well, there's quite a big following of people who didn't like what you said. They don't respect you. I'd be like, oh, really? Well, why don't you go tell them to teach their fucking teenage kids how to use butt plugs and then ask me how much I give a fuck about their fucking opinion. You know what I mean? If I was going to use a metaphor for that.
Something that you need to address.
I already addressed it.
I'm not bald. Come on, baby. I got a mullet. I got a mullet and everything,
I'm not
dude.
talking about you, dude. I'm talking about this guy. Right.
Jake,
so anyway,
Jake,
the point is
the fucking black guy.
I couldn't
dude, it's
actually
always
tell you
the
were
black guy.
It is always the black guy. That's true.
Jewish. I'm not black.
It's Jewish and black.
Oh no.
Now we're going a whole other direction now.
So anyway, the point is, though, is that, yeah, I do think that those are fair requests. I think that they're totally rational. I think that they're completely reasonable as you've made these accusations before and they have turned out to be wrong, that you could have just at least texted me. That's it. I would have been like, hey.
Well, I didn't make accusations.
You did. You said
the entirety.
The entirety of it was based around this guy's lying. He's full of shit. None of this is true. He's not a master gunsmith. He's not a guy who ever had an FFL. Nobody ever says trains rifles. You said nobody ever says trains rifles. Who's trained people?
Andy,
rifles.
That's a dumb thing to say, Andrew. People don't say that.
Why? Yes, they say it all the time.
Why are you telling people I threatened
You're in
you?
the wrong. You're in the wrong panel of people.
Like, what are you talking about? Of course they do.
About rifles.
Yes,
Okay?
I train people how to shoot rifles. Yes, correct.
Why are you telling? Why are you lying?
Dan, I'm not. You're not letting me respond to anything.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
So again, you can't keep saying. For one, don't put words in my mouth, Andrew.
You did say that.
I didn't say you don't have an FFL.
No. You said specifically nobody who trains rifles would ever say that they train rifles. Why wouldn't they?
That's a stupid thing.
Why is it? How?
It's a clever way to challenge your credibility absent any potential liability, is what I would say about that. But
like that.
Well, how is it a stupid thing to say? Can you explain that to me?
I train rifles. That doesn't even make sense.
How does it not make sense?
It sounds like you're training the rifles, which are inanimate objects. They don't know how to do anything. You know what I mean? Like if someone was, I train rifles, I'd be like, oh, really? What do you train them to do? But again, this is not my world, so I don't talk about it. Although, for the people who do know about guns, I just got me a TX22 with an FRT, and I am so excited to go shoot that thing. I can't take it. I actually need to figure out when I can go out to Dan's ranch. I don't even know if he knows what a TX22 is. However, it's going to be his favorite toy ever. Probably a big pain in the ass how much fucking ammunition you have to load in order to shoot it, but neither here nor there.
Trainer.
It doesn't make any
anyway,
sense.
Why?
We're getting into semantics of words.
Explain why that makes no sense. Anybody? Why does that not make sense?
It's just not the way people who train.
Yes, it is how. Yes, I've trained hundreds and hundreds of people. Hundreds.
Maybe they do where you came from. I'll concede that.
Boy Scouts with
Can you
the
teach a
fucking
rifle
bows and
to do
arrows?
something?
No, but hold on.
Dude, I'm telling you, I've not seen this. I've not seen this. This is what I'm saying. Low IQ. Okay, I mean, hey, listen. Apparently, if Dan's low IQ, I'm low IQ. Because he is literally pulling the identical information out of the conversations. That's why it sounds weird. It sounds like you're saying you're going to train an inanimate object to do something. But again, not my world, so I don't care. I don't fucking care. I promise. I got no problem with fucking Andrew Wilson. I like making fun of everyone. In this case, I heard that he says some very nasty things about heavy duty country, which I don't love. So we'll see how that goes when it gets there.
I would actually be willing, if you guys want to, I'll put a $5,000 bet that I can outshoot the two of you, Nate Valhalla and heavy duty country in long distance.
Can I get in on that motherfucker?
No. I got 10,000 bucks. You guys gonna take the bet? I bet you I can outshoot you long distance. Nate from Valhalla.
Oh wait,
I would bet
long distance.
Maybe you can.
$1,000. Well then, what the fuck?
What's the distance?
Yeah,
like a mile?
Rifles.
1,000 yards? What's the distance? What's long distance, Andrew?
Let's do 1,400 meters.
So that's a real long shot. That's a mathematical shot. That is a shot that is mathematics more than hold steady crosshairs on target. So I don't know how that affects things. I've never even tried to shoot something at 1,400 meters. I think the longest thing I've ever shot at was around 500 yards. And I fucking hit it. And it was steel. So I knew I hit it. Boom! I'm ready for the big time now. Just kidding. One time, there was a deer who literally walked directly onto my buddy's range. And he's like, dude, you want to shoot that deer? And I was like, seriously? He's like, yeah, go ahead. It was literally 200 yards out on the range. And I was in a fixed position with the fucking rifle fixed on a desk. If you know anything about shooting, this is a fucking shot that you cannot miss. Like, this is not a shot that anyone who is even moderately competent can miss. I'm a pretty fucking good shot. Dan has shot with me a lot. I know I'm a good shot for like a regular person. And I somehow fucking missed this deer. I shot it. It shivered, took off. And we spent 2.5 hours trying to find this thing. And we couldn't ever find it. Couldn't find blood. I can't explain it. And that is how I know Tyler Robinson missed Charlie Kirk and this whole thing's a sham. That's my base of evidence. That's all I need to know. If I couldn't hit the deer, Tyler couldn't hit Charlie. Impossible. So that whole story was just a setup for that joke, but it is a true story.
Come on, man. Ain't nobody fucking. I'm gonna hit you with a fucking drone at 1,400 meters.
Maybe.
So let's say 700 yards. Let's do some reasonable shit.
Well, how is that unreasonable?
It's unreasonable because it's fucking ludicrous, dude. 1,400 meters. Like, it's a math problem that the best shooters in the fucking world have to take multiple shots at to hit a target.
How is 1,400 meters unreasonable?
I'm not an Army sniper. I've never claimed to be.
Well, yeah, neither did I ever.
Maybe you.
I also never ever claimed that.
But that's not what we're talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. Do you want to take? Do you want to take the $10,000 challenge, bro?
You're a non-sniper that feels comfortable betting against Navy SEALs and Green Berets that you can hit a target at 1,400 meters. It's a fucking weird bet, man.
Yeah, we'll do a two-pronged challenge, all right? $10,000 long-range gun and then $10,000 Muay Thai match.
No. Well, he's definitely not going to take that. But do a fucking pistol range. Do a course, position to position, timed with short. You know what I mean? Short target, speed, reload, all of that stuff. Move to different positions, hit your targets. I mean, he's like, you can shoot from 1,400 yards. You can't move. You know what I mean? That seems like a much more reasonable bet.
I have to fist fight you in order to demonstrate that I can outshoot you.
You're challenging me to something that you think you're better than me at. So I'm going to challenge you.
Well, aren't you a Green Beret? Aren't you a Green Beret?
Yeah, I'm an Army sniper.
He's broken. No, he's not really. He doesn't have any arms.
Neither
am I. To be an Army sniper.
Neither did I.
Anything to do with it. Anyway.
Neither did I. Hey, can you just tell me real quick that you are not going to take me up on my long distance shooting?
Can I ask
challenge?
a question?
No, I don't know how good you are. Why would I do that?
Exactly. So then why are you fucking talking shit on the internet?
That motherfucker.
That was exactly what he made that challenge for the record, guys. He's an extremely, extremely skilled debater. If you guys are not picking up on this, okay, that's why he did that. He just wanted to get someone to say, I don't know how good of a shot you are, because he said it so confidently. I'll bet you a number that he thinks is going to be so big that they're going to take a step and think about it, and a challenge that is beyond the capabilities of all of them, for sure, because that's beyond the capabilities of basically anyone. And so inevitably they're going to say, I don't know how good of a shot you are. And he goes, exactly. He set him up on that. It's very fucking impressive. Extremely impressive tactics, dude.
I don't give a fuck how good you are.
You just said you don't have a job. So how are you going to put up $10,000, bro? What are you talking about?
You're not going to be able to collect from him. So it doesn't matter.
Jay, take the bet and then just disappear, dude.
That's it. He gets the content,
that was really
pull
funny.
the cameras out, he's gone.
Hold on. Let me respond real quick. Or what we were talking about, Andrew. I think, look here, let's give some concessions, right? Like, let's see if we can find some common ground here. Okay.
Hey, woman, grab me one more shot and a cup of coffee. Go ahead. Sorry.
Some common ground here. Okay.
All right.
Again, I think that you can give me some grace and understanding that, yes, all of those things I just talked about does look like on the surface when looking at it, like this is probably a case of stolen valor. Right.
Yeah, but isn't it the case that if I were to do the same thing, if somebody sent me out of context clips, wouldn't I be expected to do my due diligence before I started
saying that?
Hang on, before I decided
lying about saying I didn't.
Before I decided,
that is him doing the due diligence when he reaches out to military records, guys. Both Andrew and Heavy Duty Country look worse after last night. If he hits 1,400 meters, I'll never say anything about his skill. Well, I mean, how many shots does he get? Who's going to be a spotter? And what kind of rifle are we using? Can I use the same spotter as you? You know what I mean? Where are we doing this? What's going to be the terrain? We shooting down at something that I can see at 1,400 yards? Are we going flat? I mean, there's like a million, you know what I mean? But nonetheless, anybody hits anything at 1,400 yards, that's fucking incredible. I didn't like Pickle Boy before. I absolutely cannot stand him now. Gabrielle is of the same mind. I don't actually care. I yell, fuck this guy, but like in real life, I don't actually care. You know. But When, wait, hang on. Actually, how dare he call any of my handsome man friends any names? 72 country, Valhalla, VFT, JOF, and BFT. Hot friends are the bestest ever. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I know that they do as well. I'm trying to think of, oh yeah, I remember what I was yelling about. It was when he went on the show and said that Candace Owens is stupid. I was like, oh my God. Shut up. You know what I mean? Smoky Man good. Also, Jesse making video watching the Smoky Man also good. I'm a fan of both. Oh, Smoky Man. Smoky Man good. Jesse making movie or making video watching Smoky Man also good. Fan of both. Of course, dude. Again, what are we doing here, dude? What are we doing here? Andrew didn't hit on my wife. I certainly didn't hit on his. We're all just talking, dude. Competitive talking, not important.
To make a public spectacle out of you, wouldn't it be reasonable and rational for me to first do my due diligence and even
not
at
if
the very
you just challenge me to produce
hang on,
a
and
document,
even at
document?
the
No.
and even at the very least, just talk to you about it. Do you realize that I get death threats every
So do
day,
I, Andrew.
all day? Yeah, I understand.
We all do.
So this is why I would never in a million years, and I doubt there's to the degree I get, but if they are, I'll just grant it. If that is the case, don't you think that showing things publicly, which people can then track to harass my family, harass my friends, harass people that I may have?
This is actually a completely valid point. 100%. And by the way, whatever my relationship is with anybody, if you made any death threats on Andrew, fuck you. Probably the exact same people that were cheering about Charlie getting shot. You know what I mean? Fucking lunatics.
Associated with 20 years ago. Don't you think that that's an unrealistic expectation when we could, when we could have just privately, I would have just privately given you the documents. And then
Did someone dox you?
You could have
But
just
then you just showed it, but he showed it on his stream.
said, sure, no problem, done.
Wait, did someone dox you?
Yeah.
Hang on,
Okay,
can you let him respond,
Yeah.
bro?
You got
Okay,
swatted?
yeah, sure, Andrew.
They
I
swatted
apologize.
you?
I apologize. I should have reached
Wait,
out
did
to
he
you,
say
man.
he said that
How
he
about
got swatted? Is that what he said? That is the most that is fucked. Fuck anybody who has ever swatted anyone. That shit is I mean, the only people who would ever do that are psychotic little fucking the internet, like, you know, oh, what I'm looking at on the internet is not real. Ha ha ha. I'm going to send a bunch of fucking chambered assault rifles pointing at your front door. Ha ha ha. You know, problem for people who do that though is if anybody gets shot and they get caught, they go to prison like forever. So, you know, that doesn't make it any, someone swats a person and then that person finds out who they are. Finish that sentence.
Okay. Well, then if that's the case, then I think we're good.
No, and I should, you know, because Andrew, if you really know my content, Stolen Valor is actually a really big thing. That's how I built my channel. My channel really is.
Well, look, I don't even consider what I did service. Okay. It's a fucking,
but this is my point, Andrew. I'm just saying, if from somebody who does Stolen Valor expose content, this story, without understanding deeper context to it on the surface, there's literally clips of two different statements. I served, I did not serve. Army sniper, 1 year in the Army. All these things to me go ding, 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 ding.
Well, hang on, hang on a second. Those aren't, first of all, if you had just reached out, I would have put all of it in context, one, and two.
He's already acknowledged that he didn't reach out though. Okay, dude. He's making a point that from the surface, of course, it appears like Stolen Valor because one time you said you served in the military and the other time you said you didn't. Yeah, he lacked the context because he's not from the fucking debate world. He doesn't know who these people are, who you have to lie to about fucking whatever. Your wife said you were a sniper. Like he's saying, obviously from the outside, it appeared like you were doing a Stolen Valor attempt or whatever. That's just okay. Yes, it did. It did. I understand. And again, he still would have had to go through the same exact process had you verified, send him whatever. He still would have gone and validated that what you were saying is real.
I would have just given you the documents and then they never would have had to have been a public spectacle where people could then use them to hurt myself and my family through trying to track these various things down, to harass family members and friends. I'm a very high profile streamer, and that you do know. So don't you think that that's a reasonable ask, especially from somebody who does want to make those type of exposés? And I agree that you should. I just don't think that it's fair or reasonable or rational when you could have just reached out and I would have just given you the information, and then none of that would have had to be in public. You could have said, I actually confirmed this with Andrew. It's all good. And then I would never have to go through the idea of lunatics on the internet combing through everything possible to hurt me and my family, which you know they're going to do.
Yeah, okay. I'd say you're being fair with that.
Okay.
And I know my chat's not going to like me saying that, but as long as
he
we
is
come to the
being fair with
agreement
that.
of,
well, then I'll cheers to that. And you know what? That sounds
here's
rational.
what I'll say. As long as you can come to the agreement that Nate did look like Stolen Valor to Nate, and I do expose Stolen Valor content.
And before he even says it, he absolutely did a sufficient amount of research to try to validate that he was in the military to reasonably assume that he wasn't.
I wasn't going after you specifically for you. It is, hey, this looks like Stolen Valor. This is a public figure. I'm going to try to figure that out.
And look,
I'm going to press you on it when I can't figure it out. And I will concede.
And I'll make some concessions too. Hang on. The first concession is I love the bits. Like, if you're going to make fun of me with a bit, it was a funny bit. You know what I mean? Like, I laughed. I thought it was a funny bit. I don't have any problem with that. I love satire. I make cartoons. Hang on.
Go ahead.
I know you fucking laugh at my bits because otherwise your sense of humor is off kilter, and that needs to be addressed immediately.
Cartoons.
I know.
Oh, go ahead. You just go, bro.
All right. So I know people won't like this because they want internet drama, right? And they want people to hate each other, right? And we're not going to be friends after this. But I will concede, as long as you think it was good faith of me doing this on a Stolen Valor expose, and that I will say I apologize. I should have just reached out to you and asked for the documents.
Okay. Well, then I think we have come to an agreement there. And then on the bit stuff, bits are fucking hilarious. I know I'm a public figure. I'm going to get roasted. I enjoy that. And I enjoy that kind of stuff, right? And sometimes I'll actually send DMs to people and I'll be like, you got me fucking good. Like, you got me good. I make satirical cartoons all the time about things like this. I get that. I understand that. That's totally reasonable. That's all fair use content. But this was not reasonable. And the reason that it wasn't is for the reasons that I explained. And you've conceded that. And if that's the case, then I think we can walk away and perhaps not be friends. But at least it's the case that we have an understanding for what's rational and reasonable.
Yeah, I think so. I think me and you, again, as long as we can both say, like, all right, Nate wasn't looking at doing this ill-intended, and also he apologized. He could have done it a better way. I think that's fair between me and you.
All right. Well, then I think we have an accord, and it was nice.
However,
okay.
You and Dan. Me and you are fine, Andrew, but you and Dan are not fine. So
let me ask you, why are you telling people I threatened you?
Well,
why are you telling people I threatened you?
Well, do you want to read the messages?
Yeah, read them.
Okay. So
let's see if we can find a thread. Let's see if we can find a thread in here.
Yeah. Your call. So you won't defend a single claim you have made. So we are clear, even though I'm willing to defend mine. Did I say that? And I said, it's sus. Why not just schedule a 2-hour moderated debate? 1 hour for you to cross-examine my claims and 1 hour for me to do the same. That seems fair. Dude, I barely know who you are. You offered for people to come on your show, so here I am. You get an hour, take it or leave it. I have zero clue what your claims are.
Oh, there's the hour. There we go.
Hang on. This is later. I have zero clue what your claims are, which is bizarre that you criticize me so much if you don't know what my claims are. You have an issue with people finding holes in the case. And I said, you contacted me, not me, you. So you make the call. If a 2-hour moderated debate scheduled isn't a thing you will do, just say so. It's fine. That's what I said. It's fine. If you don't want to do that.
You're reading this.
Hang on.
I'm asking
I'm
you
gonna,
why,
hang on. I'm going to
telling people
I'm going to read through it so that people have.
Okay. Actually, I will hold my comment because it's a specific question. Like, did Dan threaten him or not? Maybe I haven't seen this message.
Have contacts, bro. So let's discuss what you have a problem with. And I said, I won't be mad. You said, shouldn't I? And then I said, shouldn't we do that in a debate? He said, 2 hours, a lot of time fishing. I said, an hour. Learn to compromise, goofball. Yes, we should for an hour. I said, well, no deal. That's not enough time for a proper debate or cross-exam. If I was asking for something unreasonable, I would understand you being unreasonable back, but I'm not. You said, all right, bro, I tried. As we went through this, and I could keep reading this, me being completely reasonable and you just being a fucking asshole, you also decided that you were going to say that you were going to attack me and that, hey, that's mutual combat. So
why don't you read exactly what it says, Andrew?
Okay, I'll read it. I was just trying to read through it. You had a problem with it.
No, I didn't. It's funny how you just stopped. Read exactly what it says.
Well, I'm trying to find it. I just want to make sure that
what
I
do you
find
mean
it.
You were just reading it?
Well,
Stop
I'll go back.
filibustering.
I'll go back to reading from exactly where I was then.
Hey, I got a question. Andrew, you do understand we're in Texas and mutual combat is authorized?
You do realize mutual combat has to be mutual?
Yeah. No sane person is going to agree to fight Dan if you're Andrew. Or pretty much most fucking other people who are not like highly fucking advanced trained fighters.
No,
Jake, we're getting them on topic. Andrew, read where I threatened you. Read where I threatened you.
Okay, so I'll go back here. 2 hours, a lot of time. I said it's not very hard. You seem to be trying to not debate where I get a long form cross exam. None of you guys will do those, and it's odd. You seem to be making a lot of assumptions. It's pretty feminine. And I said, assumptions are feminine. Tell me how you believe anything without assumptions. Since you can't, I suppose we both must engage in pretty feminine behavior because you can't actually engage in even discourse without assumptions. Anyway, is
Andrew,
it like
legit
retarded? Really? I said, yeah. You said, yes, very. Also tell me,
I don't know why you're reading this part.
Because I just want to make sure that we get to the part. I just told you I was looking for it.
Go to the part where it says mutual combat.
I'm
My
looking
God.
for it. I'm looking for it.
Well, scroll down, dude. You know how to use a phone?
What do you think I was doing? And you told me that I was not giving you proper context.
No, that's not what I said.
Not what he said at all.
Oh, it's not? Because it is. I mean, it is.
No, it's not.
But okay. We'll find it here. Hang on. I correct you about how arguments are actually semantical.
Why don't I read it, Andy? Because you're struggling here.
Read it.
I keep requesting more time and a moderator and a topic, but you seem to not want to do that stuff for some reason. Maybe a debate is just me going on your channel and you screaming at me over me being a bad man.
Sounds
Smoky
right.
Man is bad, I hear.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, you think I'd scream at you, buddy? I'm a stoic. You ain't fucking with my emotions, but I have several ways to fuck with yours, which I have.
I see.
Once again, let's do an hour if you have the balls. And then you responded with 3 baby daddies in a pickle jar.
Yeah. Actually, I said argument ad baby daddyum as you had brought that up earlier.
No.
Oh. So he was implying that what Dan was going to hit him with was going to be the baby daddies in the pickle jar thing to fuck with his emotions is how I interpret that.
No, that's not this part, buddy.
I know, but earlier you had brought it up and I called it an argument ad baby daddyum. It was really funny.
That's a different. Right. That's a different.
But it was really.
Part.
Can you admit that was really funny?
Yeah, no. You're a really funny guy, Andrew.
I am a really funny guy. It's true.
Good. It's hard to evaluate ourselves sometimes. But you don't, such a soft little man. I'll see you in Dallas one of these days. We'll see if you have the same attitude in person. Is that a threat?
Nope.
Keep reading.
No, is that a threat?
It could be.
So we're clear.
Yes. It sounds like a threat to me. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
No. That's definitely not a threat. That is, if you are disrespectful in person, like you won't be. You know what I mean?
I'll see you in Dallas. I'll see you in Dallas.
That's not a threat, Andrew.
Dude, tell everyone you're soft as baby shit. Jesus Christ.
Yes, it sounds
Andrew,
like a
that's
threat
not
to me.
And then you go, and you are going to beat me up.
I need a pause.
Yes, you're going to beat me up.
Chat. Everybody need a quick pause. Dan, pause. Quick pause. Sorry. Are we going to be here for a little while? Because we were literally at the end of super chats at the end of the stream when this all popped off. Should I change the title and thumbnail.
I mean,
We're
he
gonna be
might.
here
I
for a
mean, he
little
might
bit.
as well. Apparently,
You
we're
might
in
as
the debate.
well.
Everybody's gonna,
Whether or
everybody
not
will
this
flood
is
back
like-
in.
Wait. Oh, so we got just
my
these
channel.
guys.
He's going to do it right now, bro. Let's do it.
Hey, that's up to you guys.
Let's do it right
No.
this second, heavy duty.
Like I
country.
said, I gave
Like
you
I
my
said,
parameters
no.
to it. It's going to be in person.
It's going to be.
and
I
you're
got
going
to
to
be
pay
able to beat you up.
$20,000. Here
You
we
gotta
go.
pay me
Here we
20
go.
grand, and it's
Here
got to
we
be in
go.
person. Do you want to? Why
Here
don't
we
you
go.
just
He
do the
turns
debate
into
right
a
now?
fucking child. He
Why
turns into a
don't you
child.
do the debate right this second?
Because
Why are
I
you
don't take
running?
orders from pussies.
That's not a fucking order. I'm asking. That's a question. Why won't you do a debate?
I
right
just
this
told you.
second?
Do your ears not work?
Is it because you're low IQ?
Do your
idiot?
ears not work?
Is it because you're
Do
low
your
IQ?
ears
idiot?
not work?
They work fine.
Are
Is
you
it because
okay?
you're low IQ?
Are you
idiot?
okay?
Are you a
Are
low
you
IQ
okay?
idiot? Can we do the
Are you
debate now?
okay?
Are we going to do the debate?
Are you okay?
Do you
Are
want
you
to do the
okay?
debate? Are you? Do you want
Wow,
to do the
this
debate?
is so much fun. This
Do
is
you
so
want-
much fun.
do you want to do the debate?
Are we done?
No, we're
Are we
not.
done?
I want to
told
do the
you
debate.
the parameters already.
Let's do
We're
the
gonna
debate
do it
right
in
now.
person. We're gonna do it in
Oh, we're
person,
gonna
and
do it
you're
in
gonna pay me
person,
20
And
grand.
you got to pay me a bunch
Here
of
he
money.
goes.
You're
Here he
here. You're here
goes.
right now, low IQ. Let's just do the debate.
I don't know if I'd even be able to
Oh.
moderate this.
Oh
guys.
my
Come
God.
on, low IQ. Let's just do the debate right now.
Oh man. Ugh. What happened? Ugh. I was up late last night. Did I miss anything or? Oh my gosh.
Andrew,
Don't run, you fucking coward. Let's do the
Andrew.
debate right.
There we go. He'd kill you. Kill you.
Right now.
See,
Don't prove to your whole
here we
audience that
go.
you're a low IQ moron. Let's just do the debate right now.
Andrew,
do
I
it.
told you the parameters.
Okay. If anybody is having a hard time understanding what's happening here, okay, as soon as Andrew says, let's do it now, low IQ moron, Dan is not going to do it and cannot do it, because then that means that Andrew punked him into doing it. So it's never going to happen. And Dan knows this. Andrew should know this if he understands how, this kind of thing works among people like us. As soon as you go, what are you fucking scared? If he does it, then he's a bitch, because it means you punked him into it. So he's not going to do it. So this is all fucking waste of time. Anyway, all that testosterone, and Andrew had to F it up. Well, I mean, it just is, I don't know, whatever. I've been doing this for 2 hours. I heard that Andrew said, can you prove you're not gay to Dan? Another one is like, I mean, how does any, he's not, but like, can you prove that Christian Bale doesn't have a tree branch growing out of his belly button most of the time? Can you prove it? Mm-hmm. Can you prove you haven't swallowed the, I don't know, baby batter of an entire baseball team? Can you prove right now, not later, that the child that thinks you're their biological father is in fact your biological father? Yes, I can. Here, I'll bring her up. She looks just like me. That's not proof. That's not proof, dude. I said right now, prove it. Boring. Boring. Anywho, I think that's, let me see if there's anything really, I think that's enough. I think I've done as much as I can do on that. Let's just see if there's anything really pressing on X right now.
Can see my phone, but you put a rifle. I am limping because there is a rifle with mounted scope shoved into the pant leg of my skinny jeans. I know you can see my phone, but you put a rifle. You can't see the rifle because I concealed it well.
That's it? Because that was going well. Oh my God. We cannot show that, but I'm going to look at that afterwards. Milo got detained by ICE. Oh my God, man. Can I make a point about this real quick? A very important one. This right here is why threat assessment is incredibly important in if you're going to do what we do. You have to know how far you can push things before you end up on a radar you do not want to be on, because it's like, just do the math. You're all okay. So she's pretty tough to deal with. You watch her, oh, jeez, man. Doesn't seem like a very good actor, but you're all, you want to push it real far? You're like, I don't know. Do I? It's like, well, what's the equation? It's like, well, what do we know about her? She seems to have the ear of the president of the United States. You're all, oh, the president of the United States? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So as much as you don't like her, he does. It's like, so that's it. That's about the equation. Not a good enemy, bad enemy, because they can just go beep, boop, beep, boop. Hello. Yes. I'd like you to look into the visa of this guy. Or, hey, how's that guy's record on this? Oh, hey, have you looked at his taxes for the last 10 years? I think that's probably something you should do. That's why I don't make enemies at all costs, because I don't want to have problems with powerful people ever, under any circumstances. That's why I always just invite them. It's like, hey, dude, if I said something you don't like, you just fucking tell me, and you might even get an apology if you're scary enough. I just like talking and being funny on the internet. I don't actually, I don't actually care that much about anything most of the time. Okay, Jesse, tomorrow, Umar or Song Yadong? Umar, for show, bro. Let's fight isn't exactly the way to prove an intellectual point. This is true. It's actually a way to prove that you lose. That is absolutely the way to prove that you lose. Let's fight. Jesse, everyone needs to ignore Andrew Wilson. He'll crawl back under his rock. I smell. No, dude. Listen. If I'm not being clear about this, why would I want him to go back under his rock? This is what we do. This is fantastic. I love this. You know what I mean? I already made clear, this is not a person where if I saw him in person, I'd be all, oh, hey, you going to stand on that shit you said, bro? Let's fight. This is just fun. This is just fun. Sometimes I'd be responding to people who talk shit in my chat, and people go, dude, don't give them any energy. I'm like, I'm not mad. I'm in the mood to respond to them. You know what I mean? But in his case, and I totally understand. Gabrielle really doesn't like him, which is kind of funny. I'm gonna be honest, it's pretty funny. I like putting him in front of her because it's funny to see her react to someone she doesn't like, because that's so fucking rare. Have you country lost the intimidation factor? Well, that's simple. That's because they are across the country from each other. Andrew knows they both walk heavy and no one is going to jail, so heavy duty country wouldn't do anything. Mayor dunks on heavy duty country. Wait, hang on. What? Knows they both walk heavy and no one is going to jail, so heavy duty country wouldn't do anything. You're saying if they were in person, nothing happens because no one wants to go to jail? Oh, they walk heavy. Oh, okay. Yeah. You mean, I apologize. I can't see who is sending this to me. So sometimes I don't, if I saw you in person, I guarantee I would have known exactly what you were saying when you say they walk heavy. For the uninitiated, that means they're both carrying a firearm. I didn't realize that, it took me a second, but this is, just depends on the situation. Depends on the situation. Hey, Big Dog can watch Terror Ted's Tales, the Charlie Kirk conspiracy. Terror Ted's Tales, the Charlie Kirk conspiracy. What is that? I actually have no idea what that is. Terror Ted's Tales, Charlie Kirk conspiracy. Dude, I've literally never seen this channel before. Wait, I'm subscribed to this channel. The fuck? I'm literally subscribed to this channel. I don't know how to. That's super fucking weird, man. Okay, here we go. Oh no, he's showing footage in it though. I will definitely watch this though. I will definitely watch this. Okay, I'm gonna jump. You guys are the best. I love all of you guys. High five. I was up super fucking late last night and I was doing videos for the next few days. And by the way, I have a video dropping on Sunday. The video that I dropped Sunday, trust me, fucking watch that, dude. Okay. It's going to drop around 11 a.m. on Sunday. Watch it. It's one of the videos that'll actually have like a material impact on your life potentially. So, all right, you guys are the best. Love you guys. Bye-bye.